we are live. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Uh, welcome to another night of Community D&D on Arvin Eller's channel with the ShadowCrew playing our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. Okay, yeah, I do have everyone in the right spot. Okay, good.
Had to make sure,
Yeah.
Just
I am your host for this evening, and also the dungeon master for this campaign. I'm Shadowed Mage. He pronouns. And as always, I am joined by the players of this group in this campaign. Um, and I will ask each of them to do the little introduction about themselves and their character in this campaign. Starting with Yoy.
hello. It is I, Yoigowain Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns, game and fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 43 nights, ho 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 ho, of this campaign, I shall be playing Peach Candleheart, a Bar now Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who is still really being ignored by his father. But don't worry, he still loves him very, very much. And I do not know if, for at least part of this section, if I will be playing somebody secret. We shall see. The DM's designs are yet mysterious to me, so stay tuned.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. And we will continue on passing it along to Hoodie.
Uh, Hi, my name is Hoodie, he and pronouns. I'm playing the adorable blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic basil globberplot, 37-year-old, Lightfoot halfling, alchemist, artificer. So I am a dragon. No, sorry, tiger. I'm reading a lot of Chinese horoscopes now, and apparently I'm a good researcher, which I didn't know. And it would be, you know what? I would love that to clue into me a little bit more. If I can channel
No,
that.
no. The fact that you said I am a great researcher immediately after you fucked up your research is hilarious
Yeah.
to me.
100%. Right? Like, I would love it if that did actually like alight and come to play more in my life. I'm brave and confident and courageous. Cool, great. I don't need any of that. It says I'm a great researcher. How do I channel just that? I'd love to know.
I mean, you put a lot of time into your D&D stuff. I know that for a fact.
That's me making up stuff. I'm not researching anything. I'm just whole cloth pulling it out of the inky
Yeah,
blackness.
but you probably are looking
Well-
into it a bit further.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you do know things. They just might not be the things you want to know. So technically, yes, you are a good researcher, just in
Yeah.
the wrong directions.
Yeah, about like isekai anime and manga.
Oh god, don't get me
and
started on
random
that.
video game packs.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
all the weapons in Warframe. Yeah, you know, about the things I care about. Not like
Yeah,
real
you
things.
see? Yeah, you
remember
see.
all the weapons in Warframe? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to. I didn't ask for this.
Okay, Adam Jensen, calm down.
It seems like a rather particular hyperfixation.
If I were to describe my life in one word, it would be hyperfixation. So yeah,
So
Um,
accurate.
that's why I'm here playing D&D. Hyperfixation.
all right, so we got who you are, who your character is, and the fun fact about you.
Yeah, I'm apparently a great researcher.
All
Apparently.
right. Passing it along to Tilted.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tilted, he, him pronouns. I am a farmer by trade, a streamer by night, and tonight I will be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage known as Cruce Swain. But during the night, and currently right now, as we are standing here, I'm donning the alias of the Aviary. And yeah, we're having a grand old time running away from Manchun's mansion.
Yeah. Well,
Luigi's Mansion.
we'll get to that in a moment. But first,
I'm already out the
need
door.
to-
What do you mean?
we need to get to the last, but certainly not least member of the crew. Drew.
Hello, everybody. I'm Drew the Damager, he, him pronouns, father by day, streamer by night, game and fiction enjoyer. And tonight, as I have been playing for roughly half this campaign,
Oh
Oof. Too
Ouch.
soon.
Too soon. Too soon, man.
I will be playing the sexy, black-haired, yellow-eyed, voluptuous, punk rock priestess, Callista Amberblood, the 26-year-old tiefling
In
Twilight
case you need to know,
cleric.
what? By the way, her waist, bust, and everything is all in her
the
OnlyFans
measurements.
as well at the
Yeah,
same time.
the 3 measurements, please.
The 3 measurements.
I love how the bio gets progressively sexier as this campaign goes on. I also love the implication that like you stop being a father somehow when nighttime comes around. It's like, wait a minute, how does that work? Is your family imaginary at night? Is it a kind of like object permanence thing where if the sun doesn't shine on them, they stop existing?
Yeah, no, they go to bed and then they don't exist anymore.
Oh my God. What is it? The dark reality of like it's okay, Drew. They're not real. They've been gone for a while. Like that.
And yes, so we are 44 episodes deep into this campaign. Although we are starting to finally get relatively close towards the end. I still think that the last time I estimated it, I think I said around episode 50. I think that's still about on the mark for what I think will hit for around the time that um, the main storyline of Dragon Heist will be complete.
I like
That
how you
feels about right.
unconsciously grabbed your collar when you said that. You're like, around
Oh.
Hold on.
episode 50.
Maybe closer to 60. I
If
mean,
if you guys ever get to 50, I have some fireballs ready for you.
Yeah, speaking of which, so last
okay.
last time, the party continued in their exploration of Polat Towers,
Luigi's Mansion.
and then they got to the actual Luigi's Mansion because
And
they
then we found
found
out that was a really bad idea.
because they got to the teleportation circle at the top of the second tower, and they, along with their companions, because there's the two people that Zardoz Zord sent to help them out. There's Fel and Thiel, and then also Renair, who they rescued from this place, and also um, Lady Gondafrey, the cursed gargoyle that they've also rescued from Kolat Towers. So
We
the
just
8
rescued
of them,
everybody.
they managed to get everyone through the teleportation circle to wherever it led. And it led them into some place where like they arrived there and they felt like they were all jumbled up and they're some kind of in some strange extra dimensional place.
So many of us threw up.
Yeah.
It was not good.
No, it wasn't good.
And
We were
then
all in a 15 by 15 foot square for 9 people, so
the
you know.
there's the greatest enemy of all in Dungeons and Dragons, a locked door that no one could unlock.
I mean, technically speaking, we had the ability to eventually unlock it. It just would have taken forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a nat 20. It's fine.
Yeah, we just needed a natural 20 to beat the DC of 30.
And then middle-aged John Stamos showed up and opened the door.
And then we played Yakety Sax, and it was all very much fun.
Uh-huh.
No. First, someone attacked, and then
Someone did indeed attack.
I don't know who it was. I'm not naming names.
Technically, my Echo is not a creature, so nobody really attacked. If we want to be technical with it, mechanically speaking,
But then
nobody
you did
attacked.
also.
Well, so middle-aged John Stamos introduced himself as Manchun, and then Peach's Echo.
And then I
went,
hit him. It was me.
smack!
Tell Cersei it was me.
It was a shocker there. I think all of us
Uh-huh.
were a little worried we wouldn't find out who it was that would do it.
I was
And
preparing
then
for
it
TPK for sure.
and then it quickly became apparent that maybe immediately going smack was perhaps not the greatest of ideas.
No, maybe the 3-year-old had a bad choice.
And then Manchun, it seemed, decided to um, let them run away for the time being. And they
But
popped
not
out.
before dropping some critical lore.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm
Uh, that he basically knows everything that's going on.
Mm,
And he also
and
knows the fact that
also,
one of us has it. The stone.
Well, yeah,
yeah, he knows that one of us has it, and he was also able to pick out that the 2 people with us were from Zardoz Zord
Mhm.
immediately, which is a little worrying.
I was half expecting Shadow to go ahead and scream out as we were teleporting back, "Bring me the stone!" But alas, it's okay. We were in a rush towards the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Manchun basically, yeah. So he revealed that he knows everything that's going on. He knows that the party has the Stone of Galore. He knows that Zarda Zord sent people to help them. And then
He name dropped a bunch of factions as well that
yeah,
are apparently also jockeying for the stone.
the Xanathar Guild, his own, like he's the leader of the Zentrum, the Devil Worshippers, and Bregandartha.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We
So
haven't
everyone
really
wants us
run
dead.
into, yeah, we haven't really run into lots of devil worshippers, have we?
No,
Besides the Grail Hun people, yeah.
not really.
Oh, there's a threat right
That
there.
was also another fun night, but we'll not. We don't need to bring that one up.
I have to say, I really enjoy that, like, the module very much emphasizes that we are out of our depth, like with the Grail Hun thing and also with this thing. Like, it feels realistic as opposed to, like, the power fantasy that a lot of D&D games just immediately jump into, so that's kind of cool. However,
It
I
is funny.
wonder.
The two campaigns I played have been Curse of Strahd and this, and they're both very much like, you shouldn't be here, by the way. This isn't for
yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Curse of Strahd
yeah.
is
Curse of
very,
Strahd is
very,
100% that.
yeah.
You forgot Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Oh, right. That one. No, I felt like we were pretty on top of things with that one.
Yeah.
That was very much a you can probably
Shadow
handle
kept
this.
you so immersed. It was a perfect campaign.
Also, I don't know how much that's how the module is written or how much that is our bad decisions getting us in trouble.
Half a
To be
dozen of one, six of the other.
to be fair, the first time I played Waterdeep Dragon Heist, my DM didn't give us 3 extra levels. Because we got 3 extra levels and we started at level 3 as opposed to level 1, and it was numerous near TPK situations because it it felt very much like, oh Jesus, we cannot hit the way we're supposed to hit at level 1 in encounters like this. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But sorry, continue.
Yeah. Like the Kenku warehouse situation that we had where we cleaned it up quite handily. That was a near TPK for my group. Although part of
Damn.
it was also unlucky dice rolls because the 2 DPS people, i.e. the wizard and the rogue, kept missing everything. So then the 2 people who actually were in the warehouse, i.e. the paladin and the monk, I was playing a monk, uh we were just stuck being the only people doing any damage, and it felt very much like, you know, in Overwatch when you're the only one on the payload and everybody else is not there and you're on the brink of dying, but you need another person on the payload to push it across the finish line. Yeah, it felt very much like that. Where it was like, stop trying to hit people from a distance and get in here. Yeah, so
We're dying over here.
yeah.
Uh, I just finished running Arv's Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library
Mhm.
for my IRL work colleagues group, and the final battle in that was rough.
Oh.
So it says, like in the book that it's supposed to be for what is it? Like it's designed around like a 6-person party at level 3. But then
Okay.
it's also supposed to be that that you're supposed to be able to find all of these other allies then to then help you in the final battle.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
They didn't do any of that, did they?
So the party I was running for was only 4 players, so I had them at level 4, which I thought that
Okay.
should be okay. But then they still only like basically found 1 ally instead of out of like 5.
Uh-oh.
And that final battle, the wizard went whoosh and killed 2 of them.
Damn.
Oh shit.
That one was actually having to do death saving throws. The other one, someone managed to stabilize them. But I was like, oh, this was not balanced the way I
That's
thought
a
it was
rough
going to
start.
be.
But that's the way it usually goes, doesn't it? It's always the easy fights that kill the party, and then the really hard fights they stomp. So.
Yeah.
And then like afterwards, I'm like looking at this stat block of like this wizard. I'm like, really? For against a party of level 3s? Even if they have all these allies, what the hell?
Arf is a cruel man.
Uh-huh.
You gotta kill their friends first. I mean, that's the most demoralizing thing. You
Well,
always gotta go for friends.
2 of them were perfectly lined up.
Oh, okay. So it was
Ah,
you.
yes,
Mhm.
of course.
Mhm.
It's like, all right, I am an intelligent wizard. I would go ahead and knock out 2 of these people right now.
Int is literally my boost stat. Of course I'm going to do this.
Right. So before we kind of got off on a tangent, we were talking about the summary of last time. And
Mhm.
yes, so uh, they got scared by Manchun. They went back. He seemed to let them go. They went back through the teleportation circle, and now they're booking it away from Kolat Towers. I think we'll basically cut to assuming that they get outside of Kolat Towers, and from that point, you can decide where you are going.
Mm.
Is the main question. I'll switch this over to Waterdeep.
Mm. All I will say is that Peach has nothing to contribute to the conversation because he is vomiting blood and he has fell under one arm and Thiel over his shoulder. And he has just been running with the 2 of them. So that is all he is doing for this conversation.
How hurt is Peach?
Peach is I don't know, looking at 32 out of 64. So
Half.
You
50%.
don't know.
I have an F minus basically in health.
Yeah, I would upcast Cure Wounds. You get 12 health back.
Thank you. I just dribble blood now.
And I will also give you a cure wounds.
Oh, thank you.
12 more.
12 more.
Look at that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very, very rough trip. We're not going back there, right?
No, no, we're not gonna. Are we like fully outside, or have we just been rushing down quickly?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We're fully outside now, yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm just tossing alchemical fire into that crate room.
Oh yeah,
Set
I
it on
would have
fire.
100% before you guys left because I have boots of speed. I would have dropped like 2 bags worth of caltrops on top of the circle.
I'm just trying to light the tower on fire in any possible way.
That also works too.
I'm just looking back, just emptying my a sack full of like 12 alchemical fires and just tossing them into the crate room. No, we're never coming back here. Hopefully, this place doesn't exist tomorrow.
Well, we should probably go where. Well, know for a fact that these two, and I'd be pointing out Thiel and Thal, would probably need to go back over to the Sea Maidens Fair. But what about Lady Gondofrey and Renair? Where should we take them?
I only know 2 safe places, and one of them is a bank vault, and the other is the Blackstaff's tower. So,
Are you sure that she'll be even awake at this point at night?
Yeah, because it would be probably about 3 a.m.
So if we show up to the Blackstaff's tower, just shouting and screaming and causing all types of magical mayhem, A, she has wards, right? And B, she doesn't want to know this.
I do agree with Basil. I feel like with a threat this existential, she should know as soon as possible.
And we're bringing
No
the son
qualms
of.
going there. It's just a matter of if we get locked out, we're just on our own.
Well, the walls are magic. Surely they should detect that we are in immense distress. And besides, the mailbox was able to accept a bag of extremely suspicious ants. At the very least, we should be able to squeeze ourselves into the mailbox.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well,
Also,
I'm open to options, but do you have any?
the only other spot is back at the tavern.
With our one ward of.
Hey, I know it's very much
On
a
just
sus
the front door.
situation, but we
I
don't
would
really have a lot
prefer-
of choices here.
The problem
Well-
is we own that place. If people blow it up, we no longer own that place.
Yes, but Manchu knows everything about us. If he was going to blow up our tavern, he would have done it already.
I'm assuming we're
Well-
saying this while we're running up, because
Yes.
we're running up in the direction of one of the two. It's just a matter of if we eventually veer off to one or the other.
Yeah, I seriously doubt the Black Staff will be there at this time of night.
Yeah, that's my only
Doesn't,
concern as well.
Bumble, whatever that guy's name is, doesn't he live there?
Who?
Oh yeah, the police guy.
Yeah, the police
Uh,
guy.
What's his name?
Barnabas.
The one who,
Blastwind.
yeah, the one who I was like the one who didn't get brain dogged.
Bumble staff, Barney B. Sure.
Assuming he's with wherever the Blackstaff has him, 'cause that's where we last saw him.
Well,
Just
I
a
think
fair- Like, if you had a big magical tower, you wouldn't be staying there? Like, for the night?
I mean, what would you say to a person that's a very high-level sorcerer that can literally bend the very fabric of time and reality without even needing other components?
With as much work as the Blackstaff, I'd probably sleep under my desk in, like, a magical tent.
Yeah, so pretty much anywhere that she wants to be.
Yes, precisely. I wouldn't stay in a tower. I'd stay in my own pocket dimension.
well, at the very least, we should try. The last thing I want is for us to go to a public place and then surprise, Manshun comes after us and all these people die. Remember, we almost got blown up in our own home already. For the stone.
Yes. Well, we can go there, but just don't
We could
get
just-
your hopes up too much.
I mean, the Yawning Portal is an incredibly public place. We could just bust in with a gargoyle, no offense, Gongray, and just be like, hey, so we're here, help us. Because it is a public place, and blowing it up would be, it's like, pretty bad. So many people know about it.
Well, oh, maybe Maloon is at the Yawning Portal and he is friends with the Blackstaff.
We could ask.
I mean, I think that's better than just showing up to the tower unannounced.
Okay, let's
Agreed.
do that then. And then Peach looks at Fallen Thiel, who he's still carrying, and he's like, I guess, do you want to come?
For the time being, we'll accompany you. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, they probably
Uh,
want that suit of armor you have on back.
well, I was going to have to walk back and give it back.
Yeah, and, not to... pretty sure we can drop the spoilers here. They know I have the stone, or like one of us do. I know I just said I, but like I meant I is like the royal I.
Very subtle there, Basil.
It's a little too late. It's just a
Yeah,
little too late.
yeah, I got it. Yep.
Peach just sighs really heavily and looks at the two people he's carrying and says, "Would you like to walk, or should I continue carrying you?"
I think we can manage.
Okay. And then he puts them both down, and I guess we all go to the yawning portal.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You arrive at the yawning portal, which isn't exactly bustling, considering that it's 3 a.m. There's people around, but most of them are kind of slumped over tables, mostly drunk, or there's a couple people kind of at the bar or like by the fireplace that aren't passed out or completely drunk. And Durnan, of course, is there behind the bar. But you do not see any of your usual friends. There is no Jalister, there is no Maloon.
Oh.
Are there any pockets of Doom Raiders or sketchy people here at this time of night, or have they skulked off to somewhere else?
None of the Doom Raiders seem to be here either.
Huh.
Okay.
Is Durnan seeming fine? He's just
Yep.
doing his normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ugh.
I mean, it is pretty late at night, so it's not
Yeah,
like we
that's-
can expect a ton of people to
Yeah.
be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably walk up to the.
What brings you lot in? It looks like you've had maybe a bit of a rough night.
Well,
Yeah,
we were hoping to find some people we knew, but it seems like they are not here.
Well, of course, we know Commissioner Durnan here.
Yes,
Oh,
but we weren't looking for Durnan.
Durnan, not to be alarming, this is Lady Gongafrey. I motion towards the large gargoyle behind us.
Well,
Don't worry, friendly.
yeah, as long as she's friendly.
I have not seen her cause any problems for us. We're good.
Then what is the strongest bathtub swill that you have in here?
Give me a moment. And then like you see him duck down behind the bar and like go reach over to like a corner cabinet and open the door and it's like start rummaging around, and then like you hear like the clanging of bottles, and he pops back out and he brings out this very old dusty bottle, and he's like, I got this on one of my earliest adventures around 300 years ago, and it was old even then.
Oh, thank the Moon Maiden. We'll take.
It's apparently from some ancient dwarven civilization. You know the dwarves; they like their strong alcohol.
This is like the freaking
Fantastic.
mummy wine.
We're sitting. Me and Peach are just sitting like. That's like 10 to 20 times our lifetimes.
Peach
Fantastic.
looks at.
I'll take 4 of them, Darren.
Meanwhile, in the background, Peach just looks at the aviary and shakes his head and goes, "I think once something gets that old, you just shouldn't touch it."
Okay.
More or less likely.
So-
is it wine or is it ale? Because
Oh, he'll
One
pour,
might
he'll
assume it's
pour
vinegar.
4 shot glasses of it, since Lista asked for 4.
Yes, that's fantastic. Thank you, Darren. And then I'll turn around to everybody else and say, would any of you like anything?
I'm assuming you're just gonna have all 4 of those right now.
Well, yes, of course.
Oh god.
We
Okay,
might
well,
Peach run tonight. Are you good with that?
Yes, after tonight, yes.
Durnan, how do you feel about this place blowing up? Bad?
that
Neutral?
is a
Good?
hell of a statement to start with.
I would not think very fondly of it at all, but
Okay.
wouldn't
I mean,
be the
that's good.
first time.
Oh, okay. No, that's bad. Okay, so that's what I wasn't looking for that. Do you have like methods to protect it from harm?
Lad, you know I'm over 300 years old, and I can handle myself in a fight.
And that's great. Then we came to the right place because things are bad. Things are so bad.
We definitely need a place to lie low, at least for tonight.
But if it's your fault as to why trouble comes here, then you might not be
Technically-
welcome here again in the future.
Is it the fox's fault for running into the den of a bear? Not really. I mean, they're just being a fox. Whoops.
So I don't want to cause panic amongst the civilians, so let's just say some unsavory folks are coming to town.
Well, they're already in town.
Way
It's a pocket
worse,
dimension, to be
Peach.
fair. Gang, it's a pocket
Like,
dimension.
way
It's not technically in the
worse.
town.
And then I go over to Dern and I kind of whisper in his ear, Manchun.
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay. I don't know.
Peach looks at the
I-
aviary.
I've heard the rumors.
Peach looks at the aviary and nods sagely in the Aarakocra way of, an old person. Like, he did just say it was over 300 years old, so Peach is like,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you're old. Peach is very
just-
proud of himself for figuring that out. Yes, he
just-
is.
Nothing surprises you at this point. I mean, that's good, I suppose, but yeah. It's not something we directly created, but he's after something we have.
Well,
And honestly, we don't even know if he's going to show up.
if you're looking for a place to escape to, and then he'll just gesture over to the yawning portal.
Yeah, so that was going to be my follow-up question, because stuff comes up from there. What's down there? And can we, is it like safe? Well, not, it's, I know it's not safe. We did watch the whole troll thing that first night, but like, can people follow us down there easily?
Well, I mean, you could certainly
Besides
be
jumping down the hole.
you could certainly be followed down there. I'm not entirely sure what kind of question that was, but you go down there, you're likely to at least be surrounded by things dangerous enough to make other dangerous things think twice about going down there.
I don't know if that's the safest route. It is an option. I will keep it in the back pocket. All of a sudden, Manchun goes and shows up at the door. It's like, all right, everyone in the hall.
Jordan, so if I were to throw something down there, what's the likelihood of someone going down there and picking that up?
Unlikely, I'd assume.
Someone going down there to pick it up?
Yeah.
Unlikely.
I mean, they don't know about
Someone
it, but
already
it's-
down there picking it up. Extremely likely.
Right. Who'd be down there? Like, what are the normal folks that are like live in that?
Well, it leads to the entire Undermountain.
Oh, so drow and the like. Okay. I just look over at Peach. Okay.
Dwarves, Dwargar, drow, monstrosities,
Gnomes.
aberrations.
So yeah, a lot of people.
Take your
A
pick.
lot of people. We're not throwing it down the hole.
Just a thought. Just trying to. You gotta pass the hot potato at some point.
Yup.
No,
Hot potatoes.
no, we don't.
Would any of you like some food? I'm gonna go ask the cook to actually make some baked potatoes.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cook actually up at it's 3 in the morning. How are you guys still alive?
Place is open 24 hours a day.
Oh. That's service right there.
I think Darren has 3 shifts of cooks, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
You're always here, Durnan.
And he'll just wink.
We just dealt with simulacra earlier today.
Oh, that's true. Very clever, very clever. Okay, so what's our options here? Are we gonna actually stay here?
Well, we're gonna eat food first because a baked potato sounds choice. Really excited about it. Then we're gonna
Fantastic.
wait until the sun comes up and hopefully start banging down the door of the Blackstaff. And then we can, I don't know, have to prepare for the winter, the Dead Winter's Day party of the century that we set up today. So
Right.
fun
When's
day
that supposed to start?
in like 8 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
we're
in
not
that
getting a
case,
good night's rest, are we?
Oh, so yeah, Callista, you drink those shots, right?
oh my
Mhm.
god.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you give
definitely.
me a Constitution throw?
I think you had me drink one of these before, and I barely passed it.
That would be a 9.
Oof.
Okay.
Your eyes start to vomit.
I think that's called crying, Basil. You do it a
Oh
lot.
no.
No, there's
Not,
green
not
liquid
ceiling
coming
tears.
out.
Not the fun stuff.
Actually, give me 3 more of those. Since
I was
there's
gonna
our
say you
4.
drank 3 separate ones.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
God.
a 6.
Oh, that's even
Oh
worse.
God.
Oof.
And that's a 15.
Okay, 15. We're bouncing back.
One
What's
more.
it? What's that
And
called
one
again?
more?
A puke and rally?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more because I got 4. That's right.
Yep.
That's a
All
19.
right, he's made a full recovery. He's good to go.
Okay. Math here.
Taking an average, I see. Ha ha ha.
Well, so your average is above 10, so you're not poisoned, but in fact, you will be under the conditions of a potion of heroism, but instead of for 1 hour, it will last for 6.
Oh shit.
All right.
That,
Okay.
that is catastrophically funny.
Freaking heroism.
Yeah, so that's you gain 10 temporary hit points, and you are
Fucking sweet.
under the effects of bless, for the next 6 hours.
Nice.
That's so
I mean, we're
funny.
gonna be kind of resting here for the next 6 hours, but
Yeah.
hey.
Unfortunately, I think we're taking a long rest pretty soon, so
I don't think we
But
have the time to
that's
do a full
awesome.
long rest, unfortunately.
Peach is going to say that if everybody is staying there to eat a baked potato, then he would like to go and return the armor. As he did
Go-
promise that he would
You're gonna
return it
Go
after.
right now.
Hmm?
You're gonna go right now to the docks.
Well, I will have our 2 new friends with me.
Yes, but what about on the way back?
I am not drunk. I can fly.
Peach, did you sign any type of contract, or was this just a handshake deal of taking the armor?
Oh, I would not even say we shook hands. We just agreed.
Great. So you agreed to return the armor at some point?
Well, yes.
There was no date specified with that, correct?
No.
Sit down and have a baked potato.
I think you're good for a day. I don't think they're gonna give you much gift for that.
Well,
And then like Fel and Thiel will both kind of like say something to the effect of like, "Listen to your friend."
well, okay. And then Peach is 100% thinking to himself, well, you really hope this does not mess up the business relationship between Zord and his father, even though his father is ignoring him. So he will sit and eat a baked potato, and he just kind of hopes his dad contacts him, but I'm guessing his dad does not.
Is it possible to do? I mean, we don't have to have beds. It just needs to be like a rest type thing. Can we do like a stakeout here where one of us keeps watching, the other just puts heads on tables and takes like 4-hour naps, wakes up, does another watch, that type of stuff?
I have 2 empty rooms upstairs.
I mean, that also works. Sure, yeah.
How much for the night?
I will not require a bed. I perch.
3 silver a room.
Alright, so
I'll pay for both.
Oh, yeah. I was just about to say.
Should we hit the long rest button then?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Everything back. Everything back. Wahoo!
Then I guess the 6 hit points from eating a baked potato wouldn't be much.
It was a very delicious baked potato, though.
That was a good one. Yeah.
It just means that we heal even more heartily as
It
we
was such a
sleep.
good potato that gave us heroism.
Yeah. A hero's potato.
That's just the alcohol that Callista drank.
I know, it's just be funny. The heroism potato.
Uh-huh. I do love a heroic potato.
What is the most heroic potato?
Russet?
One with butter.
Ah,
Mm,
maybe a little chive on there, you know? Getting
Yeah.
fancy.
Yukons are pretty hardy.
Yeah, Yukons are pretty good. I do like me a good, deep purple potato.
Oh, I love a purple potato.
My uncle usually plants and grows Viking potatoes.
Those sound hardy.
Oh.
Those sound heroic, one might say. We've got lots of potatoes growing on our farm.
Okay, so you can have a long rest and stay in the rooms at the yawning portal.
Beautiful.
So,
We probably get up as soon as humanly possible, so that way.
well,
We can
in order for it to constitute a long rest, I'm going to say that it will have to be at least 6 hours.
So it'd be
9, yeah.
Okay. And the festival starts at 10 or 11?
Most of the main festivities will probably start getting going like right at noon. Like you would be expected to be doing hosting duties by around 10:30, 11.
Fantastic. Okay, so maybe we should divide this up a bit.
What do you suggest?
Well, I know that Peach is gonna want to first off drop off that armor, so that's one thing.
Maybe
So Peach,
maybe hold on to it for just like a day more. I have a feeling today is going to be pretty bad.
I kind of go ahead and look at Thiel and Tel because I imagine they're with us at this point, or maybe not. I don't know, but do you think that Peach should bring it back now?
Well, Peach probably should honor their deal. You would not want to get on the bad side of Zarda's Zord.
Yeah, okay, so that's definitely.
He's already
go
so
deliver
plucked.
it.
Plucked.
So yeah, I get it.
I
It's
enjoy
bird
it.
humor.
I enjoy that term.
Also, I had an idea.
Oh,
Near Trollskull Manor, there is a shop that sells spell scrolls. Perhaps one of us could get a scroll of sending, and we could message the Blackstaff that way.
I forgot about spell scrolls. That's smart. Yeah, let's go buy them out. With, like fireballs and all types of stuff. And then, if someone comes, we can like attach. I'm pretty sure I could rig up a spell scroll to just activate when someone goes through a door that they're not supposed to, and then like something bad could happen.
Please don't blow up our own home, Basil.
as well as our guests.
Well, I wouldn't use fire. I'd use like I don't know, ice or force or.
Let's not
Yeah.
make people into human popsicles.
Anyway, that was my suggestion.
No, it's a good suggestion. Where are these stores?
There's basically the one run by the Gold Dragonborn, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's next to Vinny Trench's place.
Yep, it is.
Okay, so all the way back at Troll Skull.
Yeah, so basically, you guys can just go straight back and then get a scroll and boop! Hello, Blackstaff.
I wonder if we can also sending to the, because we're kind of friends with a dragon, right? I feel like that's useful here.
Well,
I mean,
it
we
is a
could bring
baby
it up, but
dragon.
It is a very young dragon.
Okay, could it or could not it have killed us instantly?
Maybe,
That's all I'm saying.
but I also don't want to put it in danger when it seems so innocent.
That's fair.
It also did agree to stay well away from the city because, everybody was very distressed at the possibility of a dragon being near the city.
All right, and then they'd want it. That's probably not good. All right, yeah. I'm just trying to think of like all the people we've met, because that monk is so far up a mountain. I don't know how to get back to him in time.
Oh, 100%,
Well-
we'd be doing ascending at the very least.
So
Mm-hmm.
Back to Troll Skull for
it,
three of
it-
us?
yeah, everyone except Peach.
Yep.
Back to
Yeah,
Troll Skull.
which I'm a little hesitant to do, but yeah.
Renair is going to go home.
That sounds disastrous.
Yeah,
He already
are you
got
sure?
kidnapped once.
Lady Gondofrey will go with you, of course.
Oh, wait, there is a temple to Tyr in this city, no?
I believe so. Let me hold on. I need to bring up stuff.
Because if there is, we could have her go there at some point and go, hey, I'm back after a MIA for 200 years, was it? 150 years?
Isn't, like, gargoyles usually thought of as, like, evil in nature, though, for most of the time? So wouldn't they just, like, try to kill her right off the bat?
Well, not if we all go together.
I believe it is already marked on your map. It is the Halls of Justice,
Oh,
right.
just to
how
the west,
dramatic.
just to the west of the market, and that is also like a block away from the Blackstaff's Tower. FYI.
Might as well just go to the Blackstaff Tower at that point.
Okay. Well, I mean, she'll probably call the party in, I think. So basically, we can bring Lady Gonifrey to the Blackstaff to be hello, this is our full report, and then if she decides she wants to go to the Halls of Justice after, then yeah, we'll just swing by after.
Yes, that
Okay,
works
cool.
then. So
Right, so
Okay.
we'll go over
Tower.
to drop it off. We'll meet over, I guess, at the Hall of Justice and/or the Blackstaff Tower.
Blackstaff Tower first, because
Okay.
once again, we're running up on a time issue of
Oh,
getting
yeah,
back to our
100%.
place to
Mm-hmm.
start running the Dead Winter Day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I will go return the armor, do the thing that Peach promised Lord that he would do, and then I'll meet you guys at Troll Skull. Is that the idea?
That
Okay.
sounds about right. We might
Yeah,
be a bit
because-
late compared to you, considering that you fly, but yeah.
I mean, my flying speed is my walking speed, so it's not like it can.
Yeah, but you can cut over
Buildings.
That's
Like-
true. That's true.
Yeah,
buildings and stuff, so...
Mhm.
because you can
Okay.
go as the crow flies,
Haha, caca.
as opposed to
Okay, so-
having to walk on streets.
Yeah.
Mhm. Cool. So I'll pick up my light armor from Basil, so I have something to change into, and then I'll skedaddle with our two friends, who
Mhm.
I
Alright.
still do not recognize whatsoever.
Nope.
Okay.
I guess
Shall
we'll
we
make our way to the
deal with
Blackstaff.
that first then?
I'm-
Is there anything in particular that you were hoping to maybe like talk to Zord about in particular, or
I mean, the first thing is he would give back the armor, say thank you for, letting me borrow that all that kind of thing. Also, he did promise to give a full report of the layout of Colat Tower, so he would give that. And if he shows interest in what Manchun actually is doing, then he would also tell him that Manchun has mentioned working against the Xanathar, Bragandartha, and devil worshippers, but he will leave out anything that Manchun says about the stone.
Okay.
So he'll just say that he was working against those 3 people, but not that the stone is involved. Like, he will very clearly, if Fel and Thiel are there, he will very clearly leave that out.
Mm-hmm.
He would also warn Zord that Manchun somehow knew that Fel and Thiel were affiliated with him immediately, even though they're not wearing any kind of uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just look like 2 normal people, so he'll say that Manchun somehow picked that up immediately.
Yeah. So, Bell and TL would probably like go off on their own once you kind of reach the docks area
Oh,
with
okay.
the Sea Maiden Fair.
Mhm.
So you would be alone talking to Zord, and
Okay.
when you mention that Manchun recognized that Zord would have sent those 2, he would say something to the extent of that they're all spying on each other. So
Okay. It's like, well, now you know. He is trying to cover up the fact that, okay, well, you do that thing then. He would ask him to pass on the painter's kit and the pots of paint to his father.
right.
And then also invite him to Dead Winter Day Festival, but suggest that he go in disguise.
And then he'll say that he is grateful for the invitation, but he is going to another Dead Winter Day festival party amongst um, in a disguise, but amongst the prestigious upper echelons of Waterdeep society.
Oh,
Be
okay.
fancy.
Well, I hope you wear many clothes then. And he will take back his money, wish him a good day and Dead Winter Day, and fly back home.
Okay.
Oh, and like right before he leaves, I'll tell him, please tell my father I miss him.
I will do that. Each can part.
Thank you. And away he goes back home.
Okay.
Well, second home, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens.
Okay, so the rest of you are heading to Blackstaff Tower, correct?
Correct.
Okay. When you get there, everything looks locked up, and there's only like 2 guards outside of like by like the main door of the outer walls. And as you approach, they'll call out halt and ask if you have business with the Blackstaff.
Show the gray hand token.
Ah. Well, a bit surprised then, actually. The Blackstaff is not here today. She's
What?
away
That is
on
very inconvenient.
she is away on party business.
Oh, party because
Great.
it's Dead Winter Day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you happen to know, is it like a big important one, or is she like trolling the city? What do you mean by way?
I kind of just hold Biz like, there's no way we're getting to her.
I believe she's at the like party that the Open Lord Laryl Silverhand is having for like all of the important people and nobility of Waterdeep.
Yeah, no way in hell.
Oh, wait. Hold on. all the
I
important
seriously
people
doubt
of
we'll be-
Waterdeep are going to be in one place. And
And that's
I
It,
just turn
considering
around.
it's
it is Dead
I look at
Winter
Callista.
Day.
I look close to and Cruz. I'm like, all the important people are going to be in one place for Dead Winter Day in Manchun, in a pocket dimension. A guy noted for causing mass mayhem is here. That
yes,
doesn't.
so we
that
need to
doesn't seem
probably leave
bad.
now and get some spell scrolls.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you guards, probably don't be around the tower. It might be bad.
You know, you might want to word some things a little bit better,
Not
because
for
now
us,
you're
for-
making it
for
seem
you.
like you're planning some sort of attack on the city.
No, we're not. They are. No,
yes,
not,
but
not you,
the
the
way you
guards.
just said that made it seem very threatening.
Yes, no, the aviary is right. It makes it sound like you're the terrorist.
Okay, I understand how I sound. I am 3.5 feet. Look at me. I just look up. I have dewy green eyes with like pink
Don't
rosy
even try
cheeks
that
and a rosy
innocent
nose.
act with me, young man.
I'm just saying. I talk the way I talk because I can normally get away with it because people don't really, they see me and they immediately disregard me as being suspicious or strange or hostile or whatever. Because, like, look at me. You guys didn't
It's
think
still
I
a
was threatening you,
concern.
did you?
What?
I look up at the guards. You guys didn't think I was threatening you, did you?
Honestly, we kind of tuned out.
See? Exactly. That's what I'm used to.
You're gonna teach this
All
man
right.
some important life lessons here, guards, but appreciate your candor.
I look at Basil and say, point taken, I guess.
Guards, is the drop box still here?
Everything is closed. It's a holiday.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Basil,
So
it's a
mail
federal
doesn't
holiday.
work?
Let's just go.
What do you, so mail, I can't just drop something? Okay, all right. You know what? Now I am going to get hostile.
No, wait, no. No, you're not.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
No, I grab him by the collar and start dragging him back.
I think we both grab one arm of Basil, say, no. Come on, let's go.
We're going.
It's just a holiday, so we just get to shut down. Who cares about the safety of the city? It's totally fine. Yeah, no, great.
And we just be waving up Happy Dead Winter's Day, gentlemen.
All right.
And I'm gonna assume we're gonna head to the Halls of Justice and the same thing is gonna be meeting us, that everything's locked up and there's like one guard. Okay, great.
We're just going to skip the halls of justice. We're just going straight,
Yeah,
straight back.
we probably walk by it since it's along the road,
Yeah.
but then we just go by. And then as we're walking, we're like, oh shoot, that means probably
the scrolls are going to be.
yeah.
So how do you guys feel about Beanie? Bad, right?
It's definitely not good.
Also, the
But, like-
streets are extremely busy.
So we're just talking in a very crowded street. But like posthumously, if we did a B&E, but yeah, posthumously it was for a good cause, and they only found it out because we did a good thing with all their spell scrolls, that's still bad. I'm looking at Callista.
We're not entering into a person's establishment.
I mean, if we
Morally.
need the spell scrolls and they're closed,
Oh my
then
god.
See, I knew you'd be on my side. That's
I
why.
don't really see.
Callista, you're a cleric.
But morally, we're in the right here.
Morally.
You know, it's occurred to me now, Cruz. You stalk the streets at night, and you're like but you're also incredibly lawful for someone who's like, you know, a masked vigilante.
Someone's gotta be in this group.
Once again, look back at Callista, look back at Cruz, very innocent eyes. We're making you more lawful?
Yeah.
I mean,
Congratulations.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few windows, Chris.
That was a wonderful scene.
That is not the phrase.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be insensitive if we said it like the real way?
Let's just go. I'm done with this conversation.
So very loudly behind Chris. So we're gonna have to break into the spell scroll store. You're cool with that, right, Callista?
Well, if we need the scrolls, then I mean, why
We'll leave the
not?
money, right?
Yes, that would be uh, just a little overboard, I think.
Okay.
I think it would be unnecessary, yes, to rob the money from the shop that we're going to.
Oh no, we're gonna leave money for the spells that we took. Okay, I see where the line would be. Okay, all right.
Oh, you want us to leave money for the Well,
Yeah.
yes, I suppose yes. Yes, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so the
I guess
fact
that would
that
be
did
the
occur to
right thing
you,
to do.
I'm just covering
Does
my
worry
ears
me a
as I'm
little bit.
walking away.
and we'll just happily chat about how we're going to break into this place as we start walking back to Troll Skull.
Okay. So you will
I would
make it.
also like to. I would also like to remember that Salune is a chaotic neutral god. So every time you're like, but you're a holy person, like Callista is the priestess of a chaotic neutral god.
There's usually some tenets, though, like the fact that your whole thing is based on donations and stuff.
I mean, we literally did like 2 days ago in playtime murdered a priestess of Bane.
Okay,
So,
but Bane's some bad shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, she had it coming.
yeah, I'm just saying that being a holy person in the realm of D&D, where there are in fact gods of any flavor, doesn't immediately necessitate that you are held to a lawful code of behavior.
I'm a raspberry sorbet god.
I also absolutely think we should pick up a scroll of moral ambiguity. That is funny.
I guess you could.
But yes, congratulations, guys. You have had to make me more lawful as opposed to chaotic, dude, or good. I hope you're proud of yourself.
There's the spell that clerics get that is I forget what it is, but you can like coming of age ceremony, and that's the same one that you can like shift alignment around a little bit. We could just scoot. We could scoot Cruce a little bit closer towards the
You guys are
chaotic
just
side.
literally casting that at all times with your aura.
As a note foreshadowed,
Yes.
on Peach's way back to the manor, he is not going to stop by his dad's place, but he will look over his shoulder in that direction constantly.
Okay.
Little sad Charlie Brown music plays.
Yeah. As all around me are familiar faces plays in the background, and
Someone just playing it on a violin or something near the rooftops. Just happens to be.
yeah. And now that I think about it, I think that on the way to Zord's place, he would tell Thiel and Thiel that he suspects they are not going to listen to him, but he feels beholden to ask them to not tell anybody anything about stone business, if that would be, if that is possible from them.
They'll give non-committal answers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Basil just kind of said it right out the gate. Who has
Well,
it?
they heard it from a big bad guy first.
Mm-hmm.
My
Peach
Yeah,
just
but they
kind
would
of
have had to identify who first.
Mm-hmm. Peach just kind of shakes his head a little bit to himself, but he arrives. And I'm guessing he arrives ahead of the party. If that's the case, then he starts setting things up for
Okay.
Dead Winter Day for everyone.
So even when Peach arrives back to Troll Skull Alley, ahead of the others, there is already a crowd of people out all along the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you can even spot like Vincent Trench and Rashal and where's my Fala and Embrick and Avi and Tally, like all of the vendors from around the alley and a bunch of people from around the neighborhood, all kind of milling around in the alleyway, that seeming to have a good time. And you can even notice what looks to be 3 familiar children who are running around throwing snowballs at each other and
Aww.
catching other people in their crossfire.
You said all the vendors are in the alley. Do I see the spell scroll vendor?
Yes, that is Rishal.
Rishal. So, Peach will say hello and ask if the other owners of the tavern have spoken about purchasing some scrolls of sending.
Ah, it seems your compatriots have uh, are not around. Perhaps, well, you all were asked to be hosts for the neighborhood Deadwinter Day Festival. How can you be hosts if no one is here?
Oh, well, we have run into something of a disaster, but do not worry. They will be here quite soon.
Ah, yes, very good.
And, I realize that you are not in your shop, but if at some point, as soon as possible, we could procure some scrolls of sending, that would be most wonderful.
I believe I have two at least already pre-prepared. They would be 150 gold pieces each.
Peach is
Special
basically
festival
going.
price.
Yeah, Peach is basically going to fork over the gold immediately and say, "Could I trouble you to bring them immediately?" Peach adds another 50 gold.
All right, very well. I will nip back into the store and bring them back for you.
Thank you
Walk
so very
50 feet?
much.
Open a drawer? Oh, it's so much work.
Yeah, 50. He's getting a gold per step. What a guy.
Would say as we come around the corner, entering the alleyway, before we notice all the people, I'll be saying to Basil, yes, but if I cast ice on the window, right, and the ice forms on the other side, then all we need is a sharp knife to draw a circle in it, and it will pop right out, and we can put our hand through and unlock the window.
I'm holding like a glowing crowbar. And I'm like, but I have a crowbar. I just don't know why we gotta use magic about it. Just pop it open.
Yes, but
And-
that will destroy the whole window. I'm just talking about one pane.
A few measly panes of glass. I can make those in like 5 minutes. It's fine.
And suddenly, Peach's echo appears in front of you guys and hands you 2 scrolls of sending. And you see him out in the front, like setting up, like the mulled wine stall. People have mulled wine during winter,
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
stuff like that.
We have a whole local brewery's like flight tasting
Yeah.
prepared.
I'd probably zoom up into the tavern because I'm in my full aviary garb. I gotta change it up and actually be normal.
Goodbye,
looking
Mr.
for a
Post-it
change.
Man.
Yep, it's coming off. I'm sorry.
There seems to
Right.
be a growing murmur amongst the crowd about like, hey, it is winter. When are we going to be able to get inside the tavern?
Oh shit, I forgot all about this.
I'll open up the tavern and because all the workers should be in there setting up. They're
Mhm.
probably just done by now. I'll open up the tavern and be like, all right, everyone's coming in. So sorry, really, there's always gonna be problems. I don't know. I can't really apologize for every time this is gonna happen because it's gonna happen a lot. Apparently, this is my life now. So good luck, guys. Remember, smile. And if I don't see you smiling, it's like I don't know. It's actually probably fine. It's gonna be a busy day. Good luck.
Okay.
And
then
I'd probably like a
I'm gonna
couple
head
minutes
upstairs
later
to use
come
a scroll of
down in
spending.
proper attire.
Peach, meanwhile, is downstairs being his charming 3-year-old self. He is being the consummate host just like his dad taught him.
Eventually, at one point, one of you will notice that, like, in a corner, Lif seems to be engaged in trying to communicate with someone who looks to be barely older than a teenager, with blonde hair and like a very simple like a brown robe. He's very earnest, and he seems to be like inquiring as to like how a lift works.
I'll walk over there and I'll sit down. Are you old enough to be in here?
Oh, hello. Have we met before? I think we have. Oh, it w- you're one of the owners, right?
I'm owner adjacent, yes.
Owner adjacent. Oh, yeah. Uh, I I think the last time I met the owners was maybe when the old wizard guy was still around.
Wow. Wow.
And
Wow.
and who are you exactly?
Oh, I'm no one special in particular.
And as I said, you look a little young to be in here.
Oh, I guess I should have made myself look older.
Yeah, I know who this is.
I have no idea who this is.
I 100% know who this is. I'll say for the intents and purposes, I see this conversation going on, and like, oh, this is our little dragon friend.
But
We didn't get to meet.
yeah, I guess if you want to, if you want my name, I guess you can call me Zelly.
Yes. It's been a while, Sally. How are you doing?
Oh, Mr. Bird Person, or at least one of the Mr. Bird Persons.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes. Are you doing alright?
Yes. I heard you were having a party. I had to come see what a party was like.
Yeah, of course, of course. Hold on. Maybe I was thinking of getting a treat out for the kids, because obviously there's a lot of adult beverages out here. Let me see. Kind of like search around, because I've been preparing various things for the festival. Ah, yes. This took a while to get going. I get a nice dark liquid poured out of this container. It's cocoa. Go ahead. Take a sip. It's enjoyable.
Oh, a most excellent treasure.
Meanwhile, in
Good,
the
I'm glad
background,
you like
Peach
it.
is like running around, piggybacking one of the snowball throwing kids as they rain terror out in the street.
Well, please do take some time and relax here, and just obviously be wary. Obviously, people like Callista here will be a little apprehensive about having a younger demographic in here.
More and more of the crowd is like crowding into the tavern, and some of your like extra staff helpers are like starting to set up like extra tables and stuff outside as like it starts to snow.
I've made heating
Oh
lamps
goodness.
for
Okay, so
outside.
I'd probably be out. I'd have to excuse myself. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually do have to go help them out. If this is getting quite busy quite quickly, so
Mm-hmm.
please do enjoy yourself and relax.
I would go with Cruz, and as we walk away, I say, Cruz, that is a child.
I go ahead and lean over. It's like, from what you see, it's actually a young dragon.
She's a dragon.
Yes.
From where?
Um, you know how there's the ports around the southern side of Waterdeep, right?
Yes.
So we were tasked to go ahead and find out about a or bronze dragon, I believe, right? Shadow?
Yeah,
Bronze
bronze,
Yeah,
I think.
bronze.
Yeah, there was a bronze dragon that was holed up in there and was starting to scare the civilians. So we ended up getting some potions from the Blackstaff, went down there and found that Zelly was just down there moving around in the water and having a good time and just kind of existing. Wasn't causing any trouble, but, you know, anyone seeing a dragon out in the waters, they'll start to freak out.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I mean, that is fair. I honestly, up until we met him, I would have been probably in the same boat as you. Seeing a dragon around here seems a little bit preposterous, you know?
I am going to get another drink.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and help out the staff and see about setting up a cocoa stand for the children.
Fantastic.
As Callista passes by Peach, who has a different kid on his shoulders now, he says, Callista, do not serve out of the alchemical jug. It still dispenses mayonnaise. And then he's off again, chasing the children.
I'm upstairs casting the sending spell at this point,
Okay.
having fully worked it out.
What?
You have two. I got you
I
two.
have two. I'm gonna cast the first one just to black staff and hold on to one as backup, just in case we need to contact someone else. The wording is Manchun in city, pocket dimension, teleport sigil on Colot Tower, have key as ring. Manchun knows we have stone. Oh, also we have stone. Basil.
Perfect. Just probably sitting there, just hanging out, a little bit of wine in your hand, just walking around with all the high dignitaries and stuff, and just all of a sudden, here's this in their head.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's happening.
This is almost as good as I'll give you a hint. It's the Xanathar.
Yes. I'll give you a hint. Here is the entirety. And then Basil proceeds to change into the fancy clothes he owns, slick back his hair, straighten up, and go downstairs and start acting like the world's not about to go really bad really quick.
Mhm.
Also, no, I think he's gonna slim down the pack and put it like almost looking like, because he's wearing a lot of layers, so it looks like he's kind of gained a little bit of paunch, but it's really he's put the bag of holding like on his chest.
Okay.
You kids worn yourselves out with the snowball fights.
Cruz is immediately accosted by 3 snowballs.
Yeah. No,
Apparently not.
this is the
Basil's
best
setting
day
up a table.
ever.
Basil's setting
Well,
up a
let's
table
see if we
outside
can-
next to this.
I'll
Let's
cast
see if we
ice
can
knife
make
at
it
the
just
kids.
a little better. And I go ahead and set up some cocoa on several glasses along there. I'm certain none of you kids have had any chocolate in the past, have you?
Chocolate?
Yes. There's a drink that you can make with it. This is it. Go ahead, enjoy. It's a bit warm though. Don't drink too fast; you might burn your tongue.
Or you can try something new. Basil's putting up like weird, crazy-looking colored potion vials into things. So I've made something absolutely delicious. It's a lot of sugar and it's carbonated and it tastes like your head is lightning.
When you said, I've made something new, I thought you were going to pour mayonnaise on top of the hot chocolate, and I was about to riot.
No, I did hear about that recently with something, and I thought it was heinous, but apparently it's very good. I can't remember what it was, but it was a dessert. Oh, right. No, I had a fruit parfait at a family function, and they were like, I was like, "What's this sauce made out of?" And they were like, "Oh, it's mostly mayonnaise." And I was like, "No, mayonnaise and sugar. No. That's not a thing. I don't want to eat this anymore." But it was really good. So,
Well, you gotta think about it
So-
this way. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say that Nat and Squidly will definitely go for the hot chocolate, but Jenks, who's kind of like the heavier set one, is very intrigued by like the strange colored vials that you're setting out.
oh please, on the house. I'm trying to test like a new beverage that I accidentally found
Wait,
while trying to
I'd
make
be looking
potions that
over at
do other
Basil
stuff.
like, wait, you haven't actually tried it yet?
Oh no, I've tried. I've done extensive testing. Dude, try it out.
Would any of these be fizzy and sour?
Yeah, I think actually it's just a sickly lime green one. I think this one tastes like a green apple.
And you'll like grab it out of your hand and like start chugging it.
Okay, can I have you roll a 1d6?
Oh god!
Ooh.
Tonight on Top Gear, Basil killed
Basil.
a child.
Basil, are you using these children as guinea pigs?
Oh no, actually, so I use myself as the guinea pig. This is all like above board. This is like full like usable for people without points of resistance like me.
Got a 6.
This kid is going to be hyper for the next 6 hours
Okay. That's
before an insane crash happens.
okay.
Oh goodness.
Nice. He'll like start like running around even faster than before and like literally like running into walls and bouncing off them.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that. Why do you think I've been so on edge for the past month?
And then like he guzzles down more of it, and then this lets out a
Whoa.
big burp.
Just be careful about having like more than one vial, because that could be. I don't know if you're gonna sleep.
So while Peach is outside tending to the tables, he keeps looking around the alley, kind of hoping maybe his dad will show up.
Your dad does show up.
Really?
Yep.
My dad shows up.
Yep.
My dad shows up.
Yeah.
It's a
Only-
Christmas miracle.
Oleander does like he looks like he's like resenting himself a little bit.
Oh,
But
that's the face of love.
yeah. And like he's trying to like purposely like try to like not draw attention to himself, but yeah, he finds his way into the crowd and starts mingling.
Oh man, Peach is frozen with excitement, but also indecision because he can't draw attention to his dad, but he wants to dash over there to say hello.
I noticed the absolute freak out going on next to me, and I just go ahead and hand Peach a cup of cocoa and then kind of nudge over towards.
And so like of course like
Well-
there's like other people that you folks know have come to the party as well, like Matron Tellez and Jarek and Barnabas Blastwind, Zelly of course is there. But you do notice that like Chalister isn't there, Maloon isn't there, like anyone that's like actually like very kind of like that would be considered like a strong NPC is not there.
I'm
So
ritually
this
casting.
is the part.
So this is the
This
part
is-
where everything gets exploded on the outside, and there's like everyone dead but like 2 people.
No. This is the part where we learned that actually we're the Pavos in this setting, and we're not important enough for
So I've been ritually casting detect magic out into the crowd using my monocle, a fancy
Oh,
like gem encrusted monocle as
Okay.
a focus.
Yep.
So first, do I notice anything suspicious? But second, do I see Peach's dad under the guise of detect magic?
well, you see multiple people who are all glowing with illusion magic.
Does it ring the same as like Zardos and Nevercaught?
I mean, basically, yes, because like they're all under like full scale illusions of turning themselves from their true self into another form. So
Okay, and is it? Are these people? like,
there is at
talking-
least 8 people like this in the crowd.
Can I make like an insight? Like, are these people talking to other people, or are they just minding their own business and not really doing anything, and like presumably waiting for something?
Most of them are in fact like mingling and talking to people.
I'll keep because I think it's like I'm there selling the soda I've made, and then there's like Cruz outside minding everyone. I'm sure Callista is near the bar somewhere, so I'll probably inform Cruz since Cruz is the first, like the closest thing to me,
Mhm.
and then I'll like motion towards like I'll basically mark them all out for Cruz to know.
Okay.
And do we recognize any of these people that would be marked?
Well, Peach's dad would be one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it, and I just point at Peach's dad.
The rest of them, you wouldn't necessarily recognize them. No,
Okay.
not under their current guises.
Right. Okay. So I guess I'll just keep an eye open.
Two of them walk over and see Peach's dad there, and they kind of go, huh! And then they like start engaging him in conversation.
I see. All right, neat.
Meanwhile, Peach is next to Cruz, like internally freaking out, and he goes, "Should I go over there? Do you think I'll get in trouble?"
Maybe give him a moment to get mingled into the party, and then, like I said, you can have one of these pints of cocoa. I'm certain.
Peach's
he'll
dad
enjoy it.
hugs one of them.
Basil
Okay,
drops
that is
a-
something new I
smile.
haven't seen. I don't even know what to make of that.
Peach immediately goes over there.
Wait, don't forget the cocoa. Damn it. Okay.
I'm running
Wait,
into
I'm going to-
the store. Callista, you gotta see this.
I'm going.
What is it, Basil?
You know
Oh.
that like old the like really sour face Peach's dad. You know him.
Right, yes. The
He's
jeweler.
hugging someone.
Really?
Yeah, come outside.
Well, this I got to go see.
It's like a
So-
spectacle.
So as Peach is going, the talons of the hand holding the cup of cocoa dig like claw marks into it as he's going over. And he just goes over and very unceremoniously goes, "Happy Dead Winter Day, Father." And he stresses father.
Mhm.
He stresses the word father. This is my dad.
Are you jealous that your dad found a new
That people are
I'm-
hugging him.
child?
I am freaking out that maybe my father has adopted somebody, okay? This is an
That's
extremely normal reaction.
Peach, my boy. I'm sorry I've been so distant lately, but you know it's been for your own good. And then he'll put an arm around you and grip you tight.
I'm
This
going
is
to
like
look at the
everything
other. I'm going to look at this other person that he was hugging.
Yeah.
Who is this other person?
Peach, you may not recognize them under these current disguises, but you would certainly recognize your uncles.
I immediately changed my mind about these people. Oh, hello. Your faces look very strange. I don't like them.
Yeah, it's been a while, Peach.
I'm going to roll insight.
Yeah. I wanted you to.
I lean over
What
to
does an
Callista.
18 get me?
How?
I want you to describe how the realization like dawns across Peach as to that like you were like literally with these people like 2 hours ago.
So
Oh.
all of his feathers just flatten and his silhouette like slims down considerably, and he kind of tucks his beak in and he goes, "Father, please let me go. I am extremely embarrassed."
And it's time for a break.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah, Peach definitely needs
I'll-
a break.
I'll look at I'll look at Basil and say, "Oh, that was them the whole time."
Yeah. I mean, I kind of worked out if they were Brigadortha or Drow, or because I'm pretty sure Zord is, but that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Wait,
I have some
you
stuff
guys,
to tell you about.
You guys didn't have. Okay.
Also, Peach
I'm just
didn't
gonna
see.
enjoy my cocoa.
It's only been like 3 days, right, for Peach not seeing his dad.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen my parents since I left their house. Should I worry about that?
Your parents? No.
Okay,
Uh,
great.
No,
Basil-
you're much better off.
Basil, your parents are here.
I'm
Oh.
gone. Looney Tune style gone. I'm out of my clothes are floating in midair as a dust cloud leaves.
Belfred is also here.
Oh. There's a lot of people here.
I would also, right before we go to break,
Yep.
I would like to clock the crowd, and I will cast see invisibility.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
There is no one invisible here.
Ah, damn. Okay.
It was a good shot.
All right. And now we will go on break.
And
Yes.
remember, everybody, a break for us is a break for you. So go to the bathroom, have a snack, drink some water, gird yourself for the rest of existence, and we shall see you back here very shortly.
Mm-hmm. So long. And we're back.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had
we
a
all
good
doing?
break. And we return to D&D
Yes.
with potentially Peach freaking out a bit.
Maybe a little bit.
I've
And-
just
and also
requested
Basil.
that
Basil ran away. Basil straight like there's a whole counter of potions meticulously laid out of like weaker healing potions and like this soda pop that he's made, and he's gone.
Just because his parents showed up.
Yes.
I kind of look around all of a sudden and just see this like completely empty stall. I'm like, where did Basil go?
I don't know, but we should probably take those potions off of that counter before the
I
children get
100%
into them.
agree.
Yes.
We don't want to risk the kids drinking more than one of those, as he was
Right.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll notice Belfred come up like, Belfred, welcome. Welcome. Happy Dead Winter's Day. It's good to see you. Would you like some cocoa?
Very well, Master Cruz.
Very good, very good. And I kind of lean over to him as I'm pouring it and giving it to him. I was like, be on your guard. There appears to be a lot of problems possibly happening in the near future.
Very well, Master Cruz.
All right. Well, for the time being, though, enjoy yourself, and once again, happy Dead Winter's Day.
A merry Dead Winter's Day to you as well, Master Cruz.
I love it. It's great. No, you're doing great.
Peach.
Meanwhile, Peach has just requested his father to please let me go, father. I am very embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying that you were did that insight check right before we went to break.
Yes.
Um,
Do I recognize which uncles he's talking about? Because I had quite the bevy of babysitters when my father was running the jewelry shop.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, you still don't fully recognize the one that Oleander had been hugging, but you do recognize that the other one is fell under a different disguise, and it's still not in his true form.
And Peach kind of dares to peep at him and says, I'm really sorry. You're still my favorite uncle.
Me, really?
Well, yeah. I really liked it when you brought Knucklebones to play when I was 1.
I feel like
And
you.
like it is established that in terms of like babysitters, like people who had to be there physically to just make sure Peach didn't bite the furniture, Fell was his favorite in terms of keep you from biting the furniture babysitter. Fell was his favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that there was a party going on. I wanted to make sure that we came out and supported your venture.
Oh, yes. What do you think? It's very... Oh, our
It-
alchemist is missing.
Really, it was Oleander who told us to come.
Peach, if this was an anime, Peach's head would like swivel over with like the watery heart eyes. Yeah, but like that's the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind he's also a lot taller and bigger than his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, do you want some hot chocolate?
Oh, you folks managed to get some cocoa. That's rather tough import to get from all the way over from Chalt.
Oh, yes, that is because one of my friends is very good at getting things legally. Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, I think we will all have some.
Uh, and Peach will lead them to the hot chocolate area, but then also like keep trying to find Basil because Basil's not here.
Mhm.
Why is he not here?
He disappeared. I can't say for certain, but I did notice that 2 other halflings have also shown up.
Are you
And it's
suggesting that his very terrible parents are here?
well, let's
Father,
maybe not say that vocally
Father,
right now.
one of my friends, the alchemist, he has extremely terrible parents, and every time I hear about them, I'm extremely grateful that you are my father.
Maybe it's already been said, so I can't really say much anymore. But maybe,
They are
just
really
in case
quite
they
horrible.
overhear us, we should probably not say that.
And Oleander just kind of goes, interesting. And then, like, a moment later, he's disappeared, and, like, Basil's parents disappear.
What?
I mean, the implications are terrifying, but that's fine.
Okay, we're just gonna.
What?
Uh-huh.
So yes, gentlemen, can I interest you in some cocoa? It's a very rare import.
And then, like,
But,
and
I
then, like,
wanted to make sure.
20 minutes later, Oleander comes back and he's like, huh, I don't think your friend's parents will be so bad to them.
Peach pauses, and then he says, "Oh, I suddenly thought of something very important about my life. Father, could I speak with you?" And like grabs him and like drags him to the edge, and then
I didn't hurt them.
Do I see the trauma in the eyes of Basil's parents?
Basil's parents also reappeared. They seem to have left a note for like at like the stand where Basil did have all of his potions before they all got taken away, and now they're leaving.
Bit 101. I only waterboarded them with mayo a little bit. Do you mean mayo boarded them?
Oh my god. It's quite the festive day, isn't it?
So
But
yes, unless there's anything really specific that anyone is hoping to roleplay for the rest of the day, the rest of the day will just be filled with much merriment. And there will be no violence.
Basil is disguised as a potted plant, and after like an hour, as one of you passes, just like, are my parents still here, or can I like come out of this?
I go ahead and, because I probably saw the note and I picked it up just in case some kid or something grabbed it, and I hand off the note to Basil. Well, they seem to have left a note for you here. I didn't
Cool.
read it. I didn't want to infer anything, but here you go.
Well, thanks. I guess I'll set my potions back up. I like fully stand up out of, like, I have soil pants. I just stand up out of the potted plant thing, like full ghillie suit, and I just walk back over to the potion display and I start putting all the potions back out.
you know that YouTube channel of the guy who dresses up as a potted plant and then he stands up suddenly and scares people?
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. um, Peach, we don't have to roleplay this, but Peach definitely says at one point to his uncles and to his father that he misses speaking their language together and he feels very lonely.
At some point, I would like to pull Matron Telez
Mm-hmm.
aside. I know it's not on the top of our priority list right at the moment. There is a lot going on. But have you had any success in making a portal from here to the Shadowfell with that book that we gave you?
We have been making inroads. We should be able to do something to be able to at least let you communicate with your friend. If not, go and meet him in the plane itself. Probably within the next 10 days.
Oh, that is excellent news. Yes, like I said, there's a lot going on right now. But I am very concerned about Tamaran.
Hmm. Well, it is good that you are concerned, but I don't think you need to be too much for. It seems that he is neither coming nor going.
I do myself, I know, and I'm sure I speak for everyone else when I say I do want him to help him out of that situation.
Yes. Well, hopefully soon we can help you help him.
That's excellent. How about another ale?
Pardon?
And I'll go. How about another ale?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And I'll go grab her a drink.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the immersion with you opening up that Coke.
I didn't even think of that. That's funny.
I also have a question for Shadowed.
Sure.
Would Peach have ever seen, like, I'm assuming at some point, I'm told that it's Uncle Soul,
Mm-hmm.
who's the one that I don't recognize,
Yeah.
but have I ever seen my father hug Uncle Soul or the other way around?
I would think so.
Okay. In that case, I will tell Soul that I am happy they are still hugging,
Mm-hmm.
because I know Soul is the only person that my father hugs besides me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Oh, I guess I'll read the letter from my parents.
Yeah.
The note.
Okay.
I was
Might as
curious,
well.
like, when do they actually leave?
We are leaving the city. Someone threatened to skin us. Goodbye.
It'll basically just say that they miss you. They realize they maybe could have done better as parents. Come by the house sometime, and they'll send you back with like mountains of food.
Oh, so this is definitely fake. Weird. I'll crumple it up. I'll throw it behind me.
What did it say, Basil?
Oh, it's some like garbage. Like they miss me. They did bad as parents, and they want to give me food. That doesn't sound like them at all.
Maybe they're trying to make amends.
For like all the time that they had me buy my own supplies after I failed the first round of internship and I had to like pay for my own food. Or what about that time they locked me in a closet to organize everything after I got a B+ on a test? Or it could be about that summer vacation that we went on to the lower Sword Coast, and they saw me playing in a sandcastle, and they said that was something that the poors do, and then they had me spend all of my days inside memorizing chemistry textbooks. I don't know. They miss me doesn't really ring as them.
I see.
Unless like something traumatic happened, it seems very out of pocket.
I just kind of go a little bit pale hearing that and looking back because I definitely saw both of them disappear, like as well as Oleander.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no. Oh, I suppose it was just them trying to give some sort of positivity for the Dead Winters Festival. It is a near-end festival, near-end year-end festival, you know. But
Yeah, normally they give each other like very expensive jewelry, and then they give me another book to study because I'm doing bad.
you certainly do wear that trauma on your shoulder or on your sleeve, don't you?
Well, when somebody cuts you every single day for like 10 years, it's
Yeah.
hard to hide the scars.
Of course. I'm not one to judge you here, Basil. I'm just trying to figure things out well as you.
I don't know. Maybe I'll check in. Now that I own property, I can at least be like, I'm gonna go back to my home.
Well, I can always accompany you if you'd like. I know it's always sketchy to go over to a place that brings you trauma.
If you go in full aviary gear, I mean, maybe like get as scary and as imposing as humanly possible. Well,
I got you
aviarily
covered.
possible.
Yes, I can definitely get that covered. Just don't have me go ahead and do a bunch of acrobatics. Apparently that just doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
I'm just
Okay, well, that was a
imagining
low
Basil.
blow, but
I'm just imagining Basil coming home being like, "Surprise, parents! I brought clowns," and then just sticking a bunch of clowns on them.
the thing is, though, Eric, is that my parents aren't actually murdered. I'm not exactly one-to-one with Batman. They're actually just unable to really do much. They're preoccupied with their own stuff. Maybe that'll be a plot line later, but we don't need to worry about it right now.
Meanwhile, while this emotionally fraught conversation is going on, Peach is outside telling his dad all the exciting things that happened last night, and his dad is just getting increasingly more stressed at all this stupid shit his kid has done.
I see them just, like, Peach just getting hands and talons and feathers all over the place, just moving, talking about this very emphatically. Like,
The motion of a tower, and like the brightness of a teleport.
And you know when we got to the bit where he kind of fucked up when he motions to like picking fell up and like
Yep.
the other is like and then you can see his dad go completely stock still when he very clearly mimes vomiting blood all over himself. Yeah.
I will say it is good to see Peach in higher spirits for a change after these last several days.
I feel like Peach was forming a very unhealthy bond with a person that we only kind of know. And it was starting to really alarm me how close Peach was getting to what possibly could be one of the most dangerous people in the city. But, I mean, this is nice.
Yes, this is a nice little tender family moment. It's good. It's good. We shouldn't do anything to disturb it and just let them have their night together.
Yeah, so you know, like how often in like certain kinds of media there'll be like building tension, building tension, building tension, something bad happens, and then you have like the reprieve of like the reminder of like that things can still be good, and then the real shit really happens.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at that point. Got it.
You're at the
No,
reprieve.
I can feel where we are.
All right.
I just look up at Cruz. I'm like, oh, and you know that Peach's dad is a drought, right?
I turned over to Basil and it's like, yes, I think I was one of the first people to realize that.
Oh, all right. Wait, is that what you were investigating about Peach, like when we first met?
There was a couple of things I was looking into, but part of it was that, yes.
Right, about your ward. Right.
Yes.
Right. I look at Peach and then I look at you. Right.
There's something on your mind there, Basil. Is everything okay?
Hey, let me flip a coin real quick.
Oh, coin.
Yeah,
Well,
no, don't worry about it. I need to make a decision about something, and it's healthy for me to not put feelings on it at all.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
so
do you
you
need
understand-
a coin? I have
what was
one
your-
here.
I flip a coin. I look at it. I grimace. Your ward's name again was I don't have the notes directly in front of me, so I'm just looking at you.
Yeah, no, I'm. It caught me off guard. I was like, oh wait,
Okay.
right. Arlen.
Arlen, right? And you found Arlen in a ruined, like kind of an attacked thing. Apparently, a nefarious.
Yes, there was bandits that had basically taken the egg. I would assume there was a clutch of eggs because it looked like there was room for more than just one.
Yeah, and they had been attacked by someone dangerous.
There were
I'll hear this
they were
conversation
still
and start
around.
to walk
More
over.
like someone was snuck in there. And
Snuck
took
in,
what
right?
was-
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And you thought there would be more eggs. How old was
Yes.
Arlen?
Arlen was, well, if it was today, he'd be around 3 or so.
I just look at Peach and I look back at Cruz. Okay, and so person who's very talented and sneaky. I look at Peach's dad. Broke in and stole an egg, and I look at Peach. And then you found the other one named Arlen, and then I look back at you. So
Yeah, hey, that's interesting you bring that up, but you know, there are many Aarakocra around in certain
Okay.
places.
you come on.
Of course I'm just messing with you, Basil. I have all the feelings in the world that maybe Arlen is related.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, we can hash this out with a divination right now.
I feel like this has become more pressing for you than it's become for me.
I have kind of been sitting on this for like 3 months, so you know.
Oh. Well, why wouldn't you bring this up earlier?
Well, because you told your very sad backstory, which, by the way, 1,000 condolences for. And then Peach said, you know, his backstory, and I was like, oh. And then Tam and I looked at each other, and we both knew what was going on. But you guys talked like right around each other. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, little
The way
slower in
they-
the head.
The way Basil had handed that egg to Tam, and Tam just put it down and said, "Nope."
He's out. He's not
Yep.
dealing with it.
I'm just saying that it's a very strong possibility that Peach and Arlen are brothers, and you should maybe. I mean, we're close to Peach now, but like before, it felt really awkward to say like this random stranger you just met might be the brother of the ward that you lost into this very horrific. So yeah, I'm just now time has passed.
I think it's better now. Now they've seen the situation, this is a good opportunity here. We got to see Peach in a more relaxed environment with their family. And
Also, that means that thief is Peach's dad. You know that scary
Correct.
guy that came through?
But the thing is that Peach did, or sorry, Oleander did take the egg, but it wasn't like he was the one that originally took it. The bandits were.
Oh, yeah,
And as
I'm
far
not.
as he was concerned, he was just raising a new child. So I cannot fault him for that. But just know that if I needed to go ahead and watch over Peach, I always am and always will throughout our adventures. I just don't know how much further we would go from there. There's no need to push something that, you know, they've already got a family unit going there, a father-son relationship.
For sure. I'm just, well, okay. So here's, I guess, my real question. If Peach and Arlen are related, was Arlen like, I mean, Peach is incredibly innocent. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
how Peach can be so innocent. I'm like super down to earth because I've been in it, right? So
Well,
I'm not
you've
innocent
been-
at all.
You've been in this world, even though you're not out on the day-to-day like everyone else, you were still around for 10 times the amount of time.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I did spend a lot of that basically in a closet though. So
Yes,
Ar-
but you
was
did
Arlen
have
like-
some knowledge to work with. It wasn't like you weren't learning anything. Unfortunately, as you just mentioned, forcefully, but you know.
do you get any like sense that Arlen and Peach were like related just from their personalities. I know that like nature nurture kind of a huge debate among sociology circles. I don't know if you dabble in that. I've read a lot of
Well,
books.
Arlen was incredibly quick on the uptake, and Peach a little less so, but that's not a bad thing. It's, in fact, a little endearing and sometimes adorable. But yes, they have their similarities, of course. If they are in fact 100% siblings, it makes sense. But
Yeah,
I
Peach is
think
quick
it's
to
probably
action.
best not to bring it up, because it would be very tragic to just bring up to Peach, oh yes, I am the cause of your unknown brother's death.
Peach, you didn't cause. Like you gave him life, and bad stuff happened, because that's how life is. But like Peach should know that he has a brother. Peach should know that you knew his brother, and then you guys should talk about that. It's just healthy. You should. I mean, look at me. I live a very healthy family life. I got rid of him. It's
That
perfect.
I'm gonna leave that as is, but um, I would not right now. I don't think the time is now. I think
Alright.
for now I can just watch things from the sidelines and just keep a weather eye. And it seems like I don't have to worry. The main worry I always had about the other child was if they were in a home that cared about them truly and weren't going to take advantage of them. Because Aarakocras, we're short-lived species, but we usually accomplish quite a bit in our short-lived spans of life. And I just don't want someone to be taken advantage of.
Oh,
Right
I
as
guess.
this happens, you see one of the two people that was with Oleander's dad, Peach's dad, like kind of flick snow at him. Like they pick it up from bank and kind of fling it at him. And Peach immediately tries to hide behind Oleander, but he can't quite do it because he's much taller and wider. And then you see him appear visibly confused that he can't hide behind his dad anymore. Like when did this happen? When did he suddenly get so much larger? This is the how did this happen?
And I'd be just looking like, now that's beautiful to watch, honestly. Just seeing the innocence of this situation, it's a good time. When we're having to deal with all this stuff that we've had to deal with these past few days, it's nice to have a little break. Wouldn't you agree, Basil?
Basil's furiously counting like copper coins. This is a break.
Compared to what we've had to deal with, I think this is relatively calm.
All right, sure. Opening up a lockbox and like
Well,
pulling out a
what would
ledger,
you
writing stuff
say?
down.
Having to deal with mind flayers and constantly having people at our heads wanting to kill us at any turn? Do you think that's more relaxing than us dealing with a couple of money issues inside a tavern that we own all by ourselves?
Is it bad that I think probably?
It's a little bad, not gonna lie to you, because this is supposed to be the easy part when we can relax a little.
Says Cruz to the person who pulled a reverse mugging for fun.
I turn around at some point in the conversation, I'm like, damn, I did it. Cruz knows. It's no longer on me. I released the secret into the world. As I put the lockbox back away.
Meanwhile, Cruz is like, after a bit of time, I have figured it out. But yes, great, you told me. Bless you.
So, how many more siblings does Peach have?
As far as I could tell, there was only the one other egg, but I suppose it's possible a third. It's too much to really bank on, though. Or it's not too much, I should say, to bank on.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to keep our eyes out for another owl Aarakocra.
Yes, I suppose so, although it should be incredibly rare around here. The fact that there's just two Aarakocra in general is, not really a normal thing. To say the least. Like, my family just came to here because we had a fief to work with, but prior to that, I believe we were way further east. I just don't know the family history that well. We came here about 2 generations ago.
So 1 human generation ago, pretty much.
Pretty much. Hey, you know, Eric Hokers, that's a long time, you know?
Okay.
Shadow's like, oh shoot, it's 30 minutes. We aren't even close to the vault.
Well, will we be done with the Dead Winter Day happenings then now, or?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so, unless you guys had anything you wanted to say.
I give my father the biggest hug when he goes.
Okay. So as the day eventually winds to a close, into the wee hours of the morning, because it was a massive party, it becomes apparent that the tavern sustained a little bit of damage from just sheer amount of people coming and going and being in it. But nothing too major, and in fact, there is a member of some of the guild responsible for like property repairs and all that kind of stuff, who's still hanging around at the end, and he'll say that he'll make sure that the damage to the tavern gets all taken care of, and at no charge to you folks, because you were gracious enough to host the party. The tavern will have to be closed for a 10-day.
Okay.
Oh, for the repairs?
For the repairs.
Okay.
Did
But now we
make
get
any
to
money from this
collect our
event?
10-day for the week, right?
Yeah.
But he's very sure that it probably won't affect your bottom line too much, because the party went over so well that it'll be very likely that the tavern will be very busy once it reopens.
Well, I guess I would probably address the staff at that point and basically go like, well, you heard the man here. It looks like we'll be closed for a couple of days, which means you all get a little bit of a break. Know that we greatly appreciate all the work you've done for us, and I guess for now, just go ahead and take some time to be with your families. And I go and hand each of them 10 gold pieces as a bonus. So I don't know how many staff members we got, but however many times 10 gold pieces.
I think you probably have about, like, say, 4.
All right, yeah, perfect. So
I
get a little something so they can enjoy some time with their families.
Was he a cook, a bartender, 2
2
waitresses?
staff members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 4 permanent staff members, and maybe like you have some extra part-timers.
We definitely
And
hired
Liv.
part-timers for this. Yeah.
Yeah, and Liv.
How do we give money to live?
By repairing the bar.
Yeah,
There it
by
is.
repairing the bar.
Well, I have some sad news.
What?
After the party,
Yeah, it's Dead Winter Day.
you don't see Liv anymore.
No, why would you take
No!
our best muscle bro away from
No!
us?
He became so happy at seeing the tavern just overflowing with people that he passed on.
It's Liv! No!
He didn't even get to meet the Massamar yet.
Oh, he did. He did.
Oh, he did. Okay, okay.
It happened during the party. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Our
I've been
small boy.
I've
Our
been kind of
small
preparing for
boy!
this, guys, and I've made a new little addition here. And I bring down like it looks like a tarp, and I hang it up over the eating area, and I pull down the thing, and it just says "Lifts Lounge," and it's held up by two very muscular-looking lips.
I'll miss him.
Look, I
He
know
was a
that,
funny guy.
yes, I know that you're all going to miss your ghostly friend, but it really is better that he's moved on.
Of course.
Peach,
of
meanwhile,
course.
is still staring at the sign, and he says, "You know, I really don't like those arms now that they are flesh-colored. I was used to him being transparent."
Well, we can make it probably transparent or something. Make it at least look more like him. No saying it needs to be a permanent color.
And
And who
then
knows? Maybe Lift went to the Shadowfell, and we can bring Lift back too. Who knows?
I think that went a little bit out of left field on there.
Who knows?
You seem very adamant about this, so I guess I'll leave it at that.
and then you were all able to have a very sound rest after such a very busy, boisterous day.
Peach has the best sleep that he's had in the last 3 days.
We're on
Before
day 1 of 4th 10-day.
And in fact, you're all still asleep when 9 a.m. rolls around.
Uh-oh.
can we just go back real quick?
Sure.
All right, right before we go to bed.
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
Lady Gondafrey! Sexy singles in your area!
How are you? You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Just go ahead. No, go ahead. Yep.
Lady Gondafrey, I would assume that you're going back to the shit. What was it called?
Halls of Justice.
The
Yes.
Halls of Justice. Yes. But where are you staying for the night?
Well, actually, I saw that you have a very nice kind of like perch up there that looks just like a prime spot for a gargoyle.
Ah, yes.
I was wondering if I could just perch there.
Oh, you could
Right.
absolutely perch there. Yes, of course. Would you like to see where I sleep?
Maybe another time, dear.
All right. The offer's open.
Fucking sorry. The giggles.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I need to do a roll concerning Lady Gondafrey.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Lady Godfrey breaks down on the roof and is no longer a
Oh,
gargoyle.
jeez.
She is all good.
Leave no stone unturned. Nice.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Nice.
To update us on where we stand, we're on day 1 of the 4th 10-day. We have
Mhm.
690 gold, so we have 9 10-day left to operate, not including this next one, which is on the house.
Mhm.
We currently have paid 142 gold into adverts, plus all the Dead Winter Day stuff that we did. But that's now gone for this week because we don't need to. We have 1 10-day of fruit and veg left, which, I mean, I don't know if that matters at all, but it doesn't matter this week.
I guess the question would be is, did we make money during...
Yeah, that's the real question, Shadowed.
Did you make money from the Dead Winter Day party?
Well, from this entire 10-day of operation.
entire
Oh,
the
the,
last
oh,
day.
the entire, oh, the right.
Yeah,
it
we
is
need
the
to
start
roll.
of a new week.
I know we haven't done this in months, but
Yeah, I think it was like 20 sessions ago, not even joking.
So it does. We're on day 1 of the 4th 10-day, and we're on session 44. So it's roughly a 10-day every 10 sessions, kind of.
That works out.
You covered your business costs and earned a profit of 200 gold.
Oh,
Not bad.
nice.
We have enough in the coffers,
Alright.
so each of us get 50,
Yep.
which is great because I only had 5
Sweet.
gold left.
Jesus.
I made a lot of potions.
Yeah, I could tell.
Okay. Yes. So, you're all able to have a very comfortable sleep. And in fact, you're all still asleep when about 9 a.m. rolls around. At which point, there seems to be a scratching and a yowling at a window.
My window? Whose window?
At a window on the second floor. Like, of
I
course,
probably
like
would be the first one up, so I guess I would go check.
The 2 birds go check it out because we are birds.
Okay. There is a white cat that has somehow managed to get up onto the windowsill of this second story window and is scratching
Is
at
it?
the window.
Snowing outside.
Oh, this is your friend, isn't it? Says Peach as he opens the window.
I mean, the other one I think was a black cat, but that's perfectly fine.
So the window opens and the cat just kind of like gracefully jumps into the like main room, and then like kind of like shakes itself off of some snowflakes, and then it looks at Cruz, and then its mouth doesn't seem to move, but it sounds like there's a voice, and it says, "I have an urgent message for you."
Oh, well, do tell.
Where did I put it? It would seem the Xanathar Guild are making some kind of play or some kind of attack. Some kind of flying horror has been spotted near the market and is on the move in this general direction, trying to track down someone or something. It needs to be stopped. I'm sorry I don't have any information, but please attend to this.
Oh, guess we should probably wake up the others. No rest for the wicked.
Peach, who is in his little sleepy robe and still holding Mr. Snail, his flail snail stuffy, says, "I'll put on my light armor so I can fly."
Alright, sounds good, but just keep in mind not to be too much in the front with the light armor.
Oh, yes, for sure.
And I guess I'll go ahead and knock on the door to Callista's room. And I'm like, Callista, we've got some trouble we need to attend to. I know you usually sleep in a little longer, but we need to go and attend to this as soon as possible.
Oh, we have trouble to attend to? Big fucking surprise.
Yes.
Good morning
Yeah,
to
I
you
basically
too.
said the same thing, but in a little bit more polite terms. But it's okay. I'll give you some time to go ahead and get yourself situated. I'm gonna go see about Basil now.
Meanwhile, the
No.
cat has just like found like a ray of sunshine coming in through a window and is curled up.
Oh, did I ever hear back from the Blackstaff with my sending spell?
Nope.
That's worrying.
As I'm heading over to Basil's room and I see the cat, do make yourself comfortable, I suppose. And then I walk over to Basil, knock on the door. It's like, Basil, are you awake in there?
Yeah.
We have some trouble to deal with in town, it would seem.
All right. Give me 15 minutes to. I gotta unbuckle myself from the door and disarm a few traps and eat food. Okay. All right.
You buckle to the... Okay, I'm just gonna
In case
Go
anyone
ahead.
was gonna break in, I was gonna be behind the door and surprise. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Perfectly fine, Basil. Just don't hurt yourself, please.
You're hearing a whole bunch of like chains unfurling and snaps unsnapping from the other side of the door.
Not to hurt yourself there, Basil. I'm gonna head down.
Meanwhile, Peach upstairs, while he's putting on his armor, he is sending a message to his dad, like all bright and chipper again, saying, "The Xanathar have sent a flying horror downtown. We are going to fight it now. I love you, father."
So excited.
Yeah. He just saw his dad for the first time in many days. He got to see his favorite uncles, and then he got embarrassed, but then he told a great story. Nothing can hurt him. He is on top of the world.
This is the biggest death flag I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
Yeah.
screaming.
You're standing on top of a mountain just waving a giant flag.
Yep. The best part about D&D is basically handing a loaded gun to your DM and being, "Here you go."
Shoot it, I dare you.
Make everyone sad in this moment. Go for it, DM.
It's Russian roulette, but every chamber has a bullet.
It's just a matter of are we just waving the gun around and eventually one will hit us or not?
And then while everybody else is getting ready, Peach will pour out a bowl of milk, not mayonnaise, milk for the cat, and then bring it up to put by the cat if the cat's still there.
Okay, yeah, the cat's still there.
Mhm.
Based on the fact that we were greeted like this similarly by the Emerald Enclave, I'm assuming that it is also the Emerald Enclave seeking our help here.
Just give me 1 second here.
Mhm. Well, they do speak with you the most.
Yes, I did kind of become one of the members.
Yes, it was sent by the Emerald Enclave.
Yeah.
So, Cruz, what was this horror that we have to go deal with now?
We weren't given much details, unfortunately. The kitten you see over there, and I'll point towards the cat that's in the common room, had sent a message from the Emerald Enclave letting us know that there was a flying horror sent by Xanathar's guild.
Oh, wonderful. And
Supposedly
where
going
is
to
it
be
now?
wreaking havoc. I believe it was the trade district, you said?
Near the market was what the cat.
Oh, okay, near the market.
Near the
So
market
basically near the Hall of Justice.
and coming
Yes.
here.
Yeah, it seemed to
Heading
be
in this
moving,
direction.
heading in this direction.
So it's entirely possible that it's coming for us.
So should we just wait for it then?
Well, that would also cause literally everything between us and it to be probably hurt in a very bad way.
Oh, well, that would be bad.
So
Agreed, yes.
I still haven't heard back from the Blackstaff. And she went to that party full of all the movers and shakers of Waterdeep.
Maybe she's worried that the sending could be tracked, and she's just working some things in the background to try and make it easier for us.
Well,
It is
considering
also possible that they have gone into the dimension to fight Manchun themselves, the Blackstaff, and all those other important people.
did it feel like the sending worked? It got there. Like, did I feel the connection of actually being able to send it, or did it fail?
Yeah, you're being left on red.
Okay, that's fine. As long as she wasn't on another plane, then I think we're okay for right now. So she definitely got it. So she was on this plane when it first happened. But there is a chance, maybe, I don't know, who else would have been there? Didn't we know someone else who was going to be there at that fancy dinner?
They mentioned that Laeral Silverhand, so basically the Open Lord of Waterdeep, was also there.
Mm-hmm.
So the most important people of government.
Yes,
Who
I
are
would assume all the
probably-
high-end nobles government officials, and pretty much anyone with any good name in this city, or even bad at this point, would probably have been there.
Well, we should. There's a problem, right? We can just go to the Blackstaff Tower and check before we deal with this thing. There could just be a problem where all of the most powerful and influential people in the city are gone or missing, and then that could be bad for us because then we have no safety net. And I don't know about you guys, but I've learned that we kind of need a safety net, just a little bit.
I
Well,
feel like the scale of such an attack would be noticed by a majority of people in the town.
Yeah, so why are they
Um,
coming to us?
Well, they always come to us. We've always been basically the janitors around here, don't you know?
Also, just speaking out of character, but if we wanted to go to the Blackstaff Tower, the market is in the way anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd literally be on the way to it.
Yeah, great.
Basically, if it makes you feel any better, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that when there is a big gathering of very important people, they always leave out one person. They call him the lone survivor. And they are shipped off to Karator. So there can be at least one important person left, in case something terrible happens to the whole group of people.
That could also potentially leave like a whole money vacuum that we could maybe take advantage of. So it's
Oh,
not like
yes.
all bad, right?
Well, yeah. I never thought of it that way, but yes, you're right.
Maybe I'm becoming my
Jesus,
parents
this
a little
map
bit.
is vertical. They're shadowed.
Yeah. I am reusing a map that was originally meant for something else, but
The carriage chase that we never went on.
the second chase, perhaps,
Yeah.
yes.
Peach comes out and he finishes strapping his cloak on, and he says, "I think everybody is worrying a little bit too much. I think the only thing we really have to think about right now is, Basil, we have been told that it is a flying horror. Would you like to sit on my shoulders as I fly around and deal grievous harm to this creature?"
Sure, I can shoot from your back, I think.
Wonderful. It will just be like old times when we first met and you threw up over everything.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I can throw up on the monster.
And then Peach like swivels his head to Callista and whispers, for her benefit, "That happened."
I don't doubt it, yes.
Yes, teleportation sickness is quite a thing.
Okay. So you would make your way over towards the market, and you're coming down a street. I assume in some kind of formation, kind of like this, but you can correct me if so. Here, I will switch around.
Yeah, it seems right to me.
Probably Peach having the echo ahead.
Yeah. Hoodie, do you want Peach to be in the air already? Like the two of us and the Echo are like flying around and scouting.
We could. There is also the potential of you being the only thing in the air would make you an immediate target. But it's kind of whatever.
Okay, we'll start on the ground then.
Okay. So, Peach, would you be sending your echo ahead then? Just to confirm?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Okay. So, your echo is then scouting ahead, and as it passes by about this corner of this building,
Yeah, the music changed.
Music.
Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. The Echo uses my saving throws when applicable, so...
As spiky tentacles fly out to...
Well, that's not fun.
How does a 22 do me?
Okay, well that will be a success.
As soon as I see the tentacles, I'm going to cast Vigilant Blessing on myself.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna say I get excited, but
I mean, that too. I mean, Vigilant Blessing could make you excited, I suppose.
That's what vigilance is about. Excitement.
Yeah.
You're vigilant for the sexy singles in your area.
So now you can all roll for initiative.
Ho, ho, ho.
Big old fat 9. I still beat Callista. I don't know how it happens.
No, I got a 15.
Oh, great, awesome.
Vigilant blessing.
I was
yep.
pulling for you, man.
That is a 17 for Peach. It didn't send to the tracker.
Ooh,
My bad, my bad.
what's going on with this tracker? Gonna have to clear this, and then add everyone back in.
How could you have done this?
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, so we have Basil got a 9. It looks like.
Yep.
Peach has a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz has a 22.
Ay, 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 ay.
Callista has a 15. And this has an 18.
Horrible.
Okay. So, you have all just seen Peach's Echo be attempted to be grabbed by spiky tentacles, as emerging from around the corner is the creature that looks kind of like a floating brain with a beak and the spiky tentacles hanging down from it.
Oh no. This sounds a lot like the thing that Callista saw in the lair.
Yes.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, Cruz is up first, and then after that is the enemy, and then Peach.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's up in the air here, or is it actually near ground level?
It's floating about 5 feet up in the air.
So I could walk up or run up to it and attack, right?
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that's my plan here. I'd rush up to it with my ridiculous movement speed. And, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take some swings at it. 21.
That will hit.
Okay. I'll just do the other two while I'm at it. 14
14 hits as well.
and a 22. So
Okay.
all of
yep,
them hit.
All of them hit.
I'm gonna roll the d10 plus 4 for the first one. So 13 plus the umbral strike. It's an additional 4, so 17 so far. And then the two other hits. 11
Mm-hmm.
and 14.
Nice.
Okay.
So we're looking at a total of 42 damage.
Yep, I got it. Okay. It definitely looks like you've damaged it.
I would hope so.
Yeah, you managed to kind of like slice off some of its tentacles,
All right, good, good.
but not all of them.
Mhm.
And then that is it for your turn.
Correct.
Okay. Now it's its turn. And it will multi-attack on you.
See it.
That is a 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. So you avoid its tentacles. And an 18 to hit.
That is also a miss.
Okay, so you avoid it trying to chomp at you with its beak as well. Okay,
I'm feeling quite refreshed today.
that takes us to Peach.
Peach will have his echo. Oh, I can't move my token.
Oh.
Hang on. Okay, now I can. Okay.
Oh.
We'll have his echo move here.
Okay.
And then we'll take flight and basically move here so that Basil is out of the reach of the horrible spiky tentacles. and then he will bonk.
Okay.
Echo bonk. How does a natural 20 do?
Yeah. Critical
Oh
hit.
shit!
Critical hit will always hit.
Let's go.
So that is 15 flat points of damage, followed by 9, so 24, and then second hit, 17 to hit.
So that is 15 plus 9,
24.
24. And then a 17 would also hit.
Okay, rolling that damage, 14 points of damage.
Okay. You able to basically slice at it with your glaive, and it cuts its beak off, and it falls over dead.
Oh,
Shit.
The bird team always wins.
Peach looks over at Cruz like, wow, that was quite fun.
Yes, it was a good warm-up. I have a feeling we'll have to deal with much, much more soon, but
But you continue to hear screaming coming from further down the street.
my point exactly.
Are we stuck in movement rules?
yes.
For okay. In that case, I will measure how much I moved here. 20. I'll just move the additional 1, 2, 10 feet.
Okay.
And I think I can move my echo another 15. 1, 2, 3 here.
Okay.
And Basil is with me. So basically, I'm moving in the direction of the screaming.
Okay. Then we will move along to Callista. So you have seen your friends dispatch one of these monstrosities, or well, aberrations technically. Whatever. You get what I mean. But Peach is also continuing to head down the street because there seems to be more commotion happening, kind of just past the next building.
I'm going to follow Peach. Where's the measurement? Oh, measure. Here we go. I'll go to what's 30 feet? Yeah, right there. So I'm right next to Peach. Yeah, sure. I'll go
I'll
there.
just hold that measurement for you.
Oops. I'm still on the measurement thing.
Yep.
There we go. Beautiful. I'll go right there, and I will cast as a bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
The classic.
Oh shit. Ignore that. Okay. Yeah, and I'll just have it float next to me, just ready to
Well, next
attack.
to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
I love our horribly drawn, beautifully drawn spiritual weapons.
They're great. What do you mean? They're not horribly drawn at all.
This is art.
Okay. Then that'll take us to Basil.
It looks like a giant warhammer.
Yes.
Sorry, I've been a little distracted. People are fighting outside.
Oh.
Oh no.
I mean, I live in a city, right? This happens from time to time. A kid got kicked out of a party, and he's screaming, "I'm 20, bro! You gotta believe me." So I've been trying to monitor the situation. Apparently, he has a friend inside, so I'm gonna sprint up just for the party, not really understanding what's going on here.
Oh no, you're on my shoulders.
All right. Well, then I will just stay ready I'll take out the alchemical crossbow and stay ready. I'm not going to ready in action because I don't know what's happening. I'll just make sure that everyone's like. Actually, no. I'm going to cast bless on the 3 people that I can see. I'll just send out handy hands
Okay.
here since I have a free action. I'll bless Cruz.
You're sending out what hands?
The handy hands, the neck of hands that I have.
Don't worry, I
Okay.
heard pantyhose, honestly, so
I
I was like,
heard-
oh.
I heard
I'm
panty
like, oh,
hands, and I
interesting.
went, "Holy crap, Basil!"
Could be. I think
I-
they might be fist fighting.
I heard handy hands. Don't worry, dude.
It's a lot of yo's going on outside right now. Anyways, yeah, I'll send that out. Everyone gets bless.
Bless.
Hooray! Love that.
Okay. All right, that'll take us to Cruz.
All right. So yeah, bonus action. Gonna click the boots together. That'll give me. Let's see. Should be 40 to 80 feet of movement. Oh, it's got that weird measurement thing going on right now. I see.
Mm.
So straight down would be 50 feet, but I'd have to cross. Are the carriages actually there or no?
Pretty much, yeah, because it is a
Okay.
busy street.
All right, no, that's fine. I was just trying to get an idea of how much movement I needed to expend here. Just double check something real quick. Sorry. Alright, cool, yeah, so I should have plenty of movement to actually get over there, because it was showing like 50 feet over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going
Oops.
to go ahead and
That's not
run
what I
down
wanted
to the
to do.
corner. I'm assuming I will see this now, and then correct myself to go over into that direction.
Okay, yep.
And then I'll make my 2 standard attacks. $21
21 hits.
and a 22.
22 also hits.
I
Ho,
got the
ho,
bless,
ho.
but there's not really a point in doing it if it's already hitting, so. 8 damage. And 10 damage, so 18 total.
18 total damage.
Yep.
Okay. All
And,
right.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of be there as antagonizing as I can, because I'm assuming there's civilians nearby that are being chased by this thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that takes us to Peach.
I will send my echo flying over these happy horsies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 25 brings me there. And then 10 feet brings me there. Could I say I end up next to Cruz with my echo?
Sure.
Okay, so echo goes here. I fly and 30 feet. Oh, this is terrible. I guess here.
Yep.
To stay in range, and I bonk.
Okay.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. 25 to hit.
Yeah, 25 hits.
With 8 points of damage.
Okay.
25 again to hit.
Yep, that hits.
With 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will hold on the incarnation stuff just because it seems like there's multiple of these and there might be a king brain thing, so I want to be careful.
Okay.
Got a little crown on its head.
That would be cute.
That takes us to Callista then.
Okay. I'm gonna move my 30 feet down here. And can I take the
Yeah. Sorry.
spiritual weapon with me?
Where do you want it?
How far can it go?
I want to say it's like 15, 20 feet, isn't it?
Why isn't it letting me? Here we go.
All right. So, does that count against its movement?
Spiritual weapon. It has a range of 60 feet. So yeah, you bringing it along with you does count as movement.
But it can go another 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take it and go over. I think I can get it to over here.
Really, like, on the edge of it. Like, theoretically, if you're counting diagonals, it should work.
How about there where I put it,
Yeah, that's fine.
and then you can still hit it from there. So
I would like to do that.
okay.
I would like to bonk it.
The
Bonk.
bonkening continues.
Bonka, bonka,
Does an
bonka.
18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Nice.
Yes.
It takes 9 force damage.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do for now.
Okay.
Well, actually, wait, no, because using it is a bonus action.
Mhm.
So, could I also 60 feet? I would like to pull out a small little silver bell and a tiny little silver hammer
Okay.
and hit the bell with the hammer and cast Toll the Dead. You gotta beat a
Wisdom
wisdom 16.
Well, it got a 14, so that's a fail.
It takes 3 damage.
Okay.
That's about as bad as you can roll on 2d12.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Almost.
because
Almost as bad.
Toll the Dead, you
Almost.
get that extra bonus of if they are damaged, too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So that should
Oh.
be it for Callista then.
Yep.
Problem there, Hoodie?
No, it just no one needed bless throughout that round, correct? Everyone
Oh.
hit.
We all hit.
Yeah, everyone hit.
Once again, mildly distracted with what's going on outside. I think it's dying down, so I'll be back.
Okay.
We're so like, we appreciate you, Basil.
So the Grell will try to attack Cruz, who got all up in its face.
You know it.
Okay, sexy singles in your area.
A 21 to hit
That'll hit me.
with the tentacles. So that'll be 9 piercing damage and
Yep.
a Constitution saving throw, please.
Right. Not my best thing, but we'll see. 19.
19? Okay.
Yep.
You can add bless if you really feel like you need to get above 20.
That is a success. So you are not poisoned.
Love that.
However, you are grappled by the tentacles because the attack landed.
Don't love that so much, but you know.
So you are under the restrained condition until the grapple ends. And it now gets advantage on its beak attack on you.
Okay.
With a 17, but I think that's not a hit.
Yeah, you have to be at 20 or above.
Okay. Okay. That takes us to Basil.
Let me can I see this dude?
Barely. It would probably
like
be like 3
3/4?
quarters cover. Yeah.
Because I believe let me just double check. War Mage. What is the staff of the War Mage? Where are you? Don't need War Mage. Just wand of the War Mage. It doesn't matter. Ignore half cover. Dang. All right. I'll do a acid splash. Just trying to get anything
Okay.
on this dude.
Mhm.
So because that's a saving throw, and I don't need to make an attack roll. But that's
Okay. Yep.
So a Dex 16
Okay.
saving throw.
Got an 11. That's a fail.
Ooh. 6 acid damage. Oh, plus 4. So 10 acid damage.
And acid damage.
Oh, it did the work for me.
Chemical savant.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. It is looking very beat up. And that takes us to Cruz. And also at this point,
Oh, goody.
Hey,
Another one.
Yep, another one peeks around from the next corner.
How lovely.
Just this. There we go. Okay, Bruce.
Well, can't really do much other than just taking a couple swings at it here, so I do have to do it at disadvantage. So we'll do that.
You have bless.
Well, the bless ain't gonna help that.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
I'll go ahead and make the second set of attacks. Alright, so first one's a 17.
That will hit.
Okay, the latter one would be a 15, which I think you said was a hit before?
Yes.
But, okay, so even with disadvantage, that goes through, so perfect. That one really wanted to spin. Holy. 12 damage.
12 damage.
That dice was breakdancing on me.
And you are able to melee attack it while you are grappled by it, so it's all fine.
Yep, just I have to do it at disadvantage.
Yep. So it'll take that 12 damage. Is that it? Or...
Yeah, that's all I can do. My first attack was a crit fail.
Okay. Peach.
Peach sees that Cruz gets ganked in the tentacles, so
Yep.
he switches
Oh.
places. Yep.
Sorry, just 1 second here. You didn't want to try and break the grapple, Cruz?
Oh, I figured I have to choose that or attack, so I figured I'd do the attacks.
I believe that it is that choice. So you'd rather do the attacks. Okay. No,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Point of order going forward, it's only disadvantage on anyone but the grappler. So you can roll full regular on whoever is grappling you, which is anyone else you have disadvantage on.
Well, I think it ended up with the same result regardless.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want going forward.
Yeah.
When you get you're inevitably going to get grappled again.
What? What do you mean? It's not like I'm in the front or something.
It's not like you run directly straight toward the monster or anything.
No,
was looking
at those
that
as
would
attack
never
rolls.
happen.
That we got you.
It says attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the
Creature's
creature's
attack rolls have disadvantage, yeah.
Grappled
Yeah, so-
condition. Attacks affect
No, it's
no,
with
restrained.
disadvantage.
Because this is technically restrained. And this is what it says in the stat block. It says that he is restrained.
Yep,
Oh, okay, I was just reading the grappled condition, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, weird.
yep. No, you're good.
Remember, I wasn't here for like the first half of the fight because I
And-
was listening to 20-year-olds fight outside. Sorry, this will full my bad.
Okay, Peach.
Peach sees Cruz get restrained, and so immediately switches places with his Echo.
Okay.
But his Echo, oh hell, has his Echo moved 30 feet to be here anyway? Here or here? I don't know. Let me
Okay.
do the measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're close enough to just argue it.
Yeah. And then I do a bonk.
Okay.
Big bonk.
Yep.
Biggest bonk. 23 to hit.
A slashy bonk. That hits.
13 points of damage.
Okay, that kills this one.
And then I move 30 feet. My Echo moved 30 feet, so we cannot move any further. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
I kind of just fall down with the ground. It's like,
Okay.
dust myself off. It's like, well, would not recommend that experience, even to someone who's a little bit more promiscuous as I turn over to Callista back there.
And Callista, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna move over to here. I think that's probably about 30 feet, so I can be with everybody else. And I will
Yep.
go. Oh man. I will action dash to right here.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'll
shit,
take
going
my
right in
hammer
there.
with me.
Okay.
Wait, you don't need to learn new experience here.
Is this where the screams were coming from? That alleyway, or are they
Yeah.
further down the road? Okay.
And I will cast. Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah, you dash, so you only got bonus actions.
I only got bonus actions. Yeah.
And you moved your bonus action to move your spiritual weapon.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
That's it then?
That's it.
Okay. Basil.
That's all I got.
Acid splash. I'm just gonna shoot a poison, like a big poison vial right past Callista's ear at this thing on the side. So I need a Dex 16 save.
Save. That's a 7, so that's a fail.
It's all come together.
9 damage. 9 acid damage.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm maintaining the bless. I don't want to burn anything cool or wonderful on just these dudes.
Okay. So the Grell will come floating up menacingly right up to Callista.
Uh-oh.
And then lash out with its tentacles. And also try to bite at her with its beak. So the tentacles is a crit miss.
Nice.
The beak is a 15.
15. That does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay.
That does not hit. Yeah.
Okay.
I hold up my shield and fucking knock it away.
All right, Cruz.
All right, you know the drill. We're running up to this guy.
Could you vomit on them
let's-
for extra acid damage? I
That's-
mean,
what is it?
go find the episode with the wizard near the very beginning of the campaign.
That's Tasha's caustic brew. That's the one that I vomit on them with.
24 is a hit.
And the next one's a miss, so that's fine. 7 damage.
Okay.
The double 7s. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. And Peach.
Hello. Hello, as he says. Well, this is easy enough. Bloop. I will send my actual self and have the echo move here, I guess.
Okay.
Since it seems like the screams are coming in this direction. And bonk. Uh, 20 to hit.
20 is a
Dirty
hit.
20. For 9 points of damage. That's a 10, but I'll roll a d4 for bless. That's only a 1, alas.
Oh, 11.
So,
11 does
doesn't-
not hit.
yeah. But I am 10 feet away, so I could theoretically hit it with Unleash Incarnation. How does this creature look so far?
A little bit of damage.
It's showing light signs of damage.
Okay. And I've seen that it grapples, and that
Yes.
seems quite unsafe, and we're all in here right now.
Yeah.
So I will do a long distance bonk with my echo, and hopefully this one hits. 13 with the bless makes it a 15
Yeah, that will hit.
for another 9 points of bonk.
Okay. Okay. Then that takes us to Callista.
I'm going to, let me see how far I can go. I'm going to go right to here and look
So
down
you-
this hallway.
You're just literally like, I don't care. I'm just gonna run right through.
This is the last one. There are no more.
Oh, okay. Oh, we still got this guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be an
Yeah.
opportunity attack here.
Yeah.
I will bonk him with the
The
with
spiritual,
the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's my spiritual weapon? There we go. Oh.
12.
Don't
12
forget bless.
just hits.
Oh shit. Nice.
Oh, yeah, no
You
bless
nick the
wouldn't have
goo
done
of its brain.
Oh, can I use bless to?
No, I think
on the
it's only on you.
damage?
Because he blessed.
No, just on the.
You use your attack stats for spiritual weapons, so bless counts here.
Well,
No,
it didn't
but
matter
for-
anyway, because
I mean
for
for the
damage?
damage.
No.
No. Okay.
Only
So
the attack roll.
Attack roll
Okay.
saving throws.
Okay. It will take that 11 damage, though.
Pretty good.
11 damage.
And you still get
And-
your full action too.
Hmm.
I will.
Gonna try to Toll the Dead again.
No, I'm going to cast Frostbite on it.
Hmm.
It has to pass a DC 16 con save.
Got a 14, so that's a fail.
Oh shit. So it takes 10 more damage.
Nice.
Well, you killed it.
Nice.
That was the weakest one of the three.
I was literally about to taunt her, like, your tentacles are shorter than the other two.
Ta-da!
Are
We
people
did
still
it.
screaming?
No,
Yeah, now I'll run over
The-
here and look down this hallway to see what's going on.
the threat has been neutralized.
Peach looks at Basil over his shoulder, on his shoulders, I guess, and says, "Do you want to collect some goo?"
I don't know if these are even kind of worth it. I look down at the one that's just evaporated in front of us. Does it seem obvious that these are related to Xanathar in any
Yes.
way? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I just look back at Peach. I think I got enough like weird goo from the Xanathar hideout. I don't think I need any more of their goo anytime soon. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice to. No, I shouldn't.
Their goo can be used to create a paralyzing potion or poison that can be in effect for 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna hop down real quick.
That's
then
what
I'll
I
start-
thought.
Start collecting goo. Yeah, it's the as I'm staring at it hard, Shadow's voice comes into my brain as to what this goo is good for. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's some
Uh,
good stuff right there.
when Callista turns around, Peach has picked up the two parts of the beak of the Grell at our feet and goes, Callista, look, I have put on a disguise. Then he puts the beak over his beak.
All right. Well, with you having defeated those Grell on a street, kind of not far from the market, towards uh, your house, we will call it there for this session.
Darn it, we didn't
Hooray.
get to where you thought we would be.
No, you are at about roughly where I thought you might be.
A
Nice.
Do
Alright, cool.
That's good, that's good. As long as we're roughly, quote, on schedule for ARFCon.
Yes. What is that? Detail hush hush or
No, I don't think so.
alright.
We just don't know
Just making sure.
exactly what our time slot will be, but it's that I mean, I'm pretty sure we will be on late Saturday night
good
during
enough.
ARFCon.
Works for me.
I do D&D Saturday night. Wake up and do it on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Same, honestly.
Aye.
I'm gonna be flip-flopping between player and DM, and so is Shadow.
Yeah, you finally you get to experience the full bodiedness.
Well, I think that was a good, productive session.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, Drew, what were
Yep.
your thoughts on tonight's?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff done. We got a lot of RP done. We got some fighting. We got
Mhm.
the winters thing.
We'll never remember the
It
holiday.
happened in this episode.
In this episode.
Dead
We've been
Winter
referencing
Day.
it for weeks, but
There we go. Yeah, Dead Winter Day.
yeah. Basically Christmas, but for Waterdeep.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think of it as a Halloween Christmas, which
Yeah.
sounds great.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. I very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed Peach freaking out over his dad.
That
Mm-hmm.
was good.
In case you forgot, you're working with a 3-year-old. Hello.
Yeah. So, you got any streams coming up there, Drew?
Yeah, at some point this weekend.
Okay.
I don't know. This weekend is gonna be weird because I'm going. My daughter has a
Right.
dance
Yeah.
competition, so I probably won't
yeah,
be
you
on
mentioned.
Sunday, but I might be on Saturday,
Hmm?
which will be
You gonna
different.
be doing more blueprints, or are you doing something else?
No, I'm done with blueprints.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, I found the No, well, according to Hoodie, I'm
Well-
not done with blueprints.
You're never done with blueprints.
well, no, you are. There is a definitive end to the game, and it requires so much.
I found the 46th room, so and I rolled credits, so that's done enough for me.
Can you tell me the history of the world of blueprints yet, or
No.
because I got their history book last night, I was so excited about it. The Orindian history is very intriguing.
And
I can
it's on a
I can tell
world
you the
that's very obviously not Earth.
Yes. There are 6 nations. Well, there used to be like a conquering nation called Orindia that then split. The Orindian king, I think it was the third king, gave the 3 uh, children each a section of the continent. That's how you got Arch Ares, Orindia Ares, and then Araja, because Araja is technically one of the names of the era of prosperity for the Orindia kingdom. I've been playing a lot of blueprints.
And you say you're
Maybe
not
a
good
10.
at research.
It's a video game. Yeah, all right. God,
I
Good at
dang it.
researching things he's interested in.
I found that book, by the way. But
Oh,
I found
was it all
I
blacked
found
out?
the redacted one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew started. What was it? Cube Escape Seasons.
Oh, that shit is awesome. That's probably what I'll be playing on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Part
shit
of
is cool.
the Rusty Lake um, franchise.
Yeah, it's like an indie horror game, and it's fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Well, that's
it.
kind of what I'll be playing. Great. It's all in theme.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Drew. Tilted.
Hi.
Uh, you have anything that stuck out in particular for you from tonight's session?
The heartwarming moment that Peach got to have with the family.
Yeah.
That was also awesome. It was also nice
Aw.
to go and have the little conversation between me and Hoodie so Hoodie can finally have that out of his mind as a character. I know he's
I-
been like dying a little on the inside,
Well,
but
Basil would go crazy if he didn't get to unload it by the end
yep.
of like this section of the game.
I also like the little bit after in between there where we were discussing like your family stuff. It's like, hey, I could go over there and be with you too if you need. So that way you don't feel alone and going to your family's house because they clearly not treated you right.
And this is, I love the idea of going to see your like abusive family. And you're like, so I brought Batman, by the way. He's just here to check up on me, make sure I'm okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as always, these fine folk here are a pleasure to play with. It's one of my highlights I get to enjoy every week or two, and it's always nice. Um, in terms of where you can find me, I'll be. I think I'm almost done with KCD. I, I think.
You've been saying that for like a week now.
Yeah, don't remind me.
You will never be released.
I mean, technically,
I
everything after the wedding is just extra, right? So, oh
well,
wait, no, you're still in KCD, right?
yeah, I'm
Oh
on
my
the
god,
first one.
it just keeps happening, huh?
Yeah, it just
Right.
keeps going. I'm thinking it's gonna end, but I hope it is. I will be on day 20 of playing that game, and even though it's a fun game, after playing it for 20 straight days on stream, it does tend to get to you.
I will let you know it does end when you don't expect it to end at all. It hit me out of nowhere, and I was like, wait, I'm done.
Oh,
What do you
great.
mean?
Fantastic. Well, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing then. And next week, I'll be doing D&D with these fine folks again, and then running my first session of my D&D campaign of Curse of Strahd on the following Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be fun.
All right. And Hoodie.
That's me. Uh,
Guess I got
uh,
threw a curveball at you with having Basil's parents show up.
it is just kind of funny because I do use them as like mythical, much like the way in which I don't know if anyone else listens to NADPOD, but in the first campaign, they refer to the Crick because she's a Crick elf. She refers to the Crick, and she just kind of keeps making up crazier and crazier things about it because it's a mythical place that doesn't really exist in the game yet. And so I get to rely on like the abuse of being the intern and the abuse of my parents, kind of in this like humorous back note of like we don't ever get to see behind that glass of like what really happened there because you only ever get Basil's side. So the idea of Basil being confronted with this after alleviating so much pressure, I thought was such a funny. It's like, oh, you're just not gonna. I'm just gonna pull that away again. We'll never find out how that actually works. It's also Basil who is still a child in an adult pair of pants. But yeah, I liked it. I kept expecting something to go. Man, I was so braced for everyone to start dying. I would have killed so many people at that event. I would have been like, all those people you know dead. So I was braced and ready for things to go wrong immediately. Yeah, no, all the RP was great. We got combat. We got it all. I couldn't have. I thought we were gonna stall out on the Dead Winter's Day, and then I was like, oh no, we're done. Okay. Nothing crazy happened.
Yep.
Um, I think I'm done streaming Blueprints for now. I'm gonna stream Look Outside, which is an indie horror RPG that apparently has a bunch of different playthroughs you can go through. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam. I need something short after playing Blueprints forever. Um, and then I'm probably gonna play Obscure Expedition 33 because everyone else is telling me to play it, so I gotta play it. That's gonna be like a forever game. So I gotta buckle up for that.
I also heard Sheepy is really good, and it's only like an hour long.
Sheepy.
Yeah.
Sheepy. And of course, my D&D starts back up on the Sunday where they're at the end of the world. They entered a time thing, and now they're in the once elven capital of the world that then got annihilated by a meteor, and one of them helped make the meteor hit there, and then it was referred to as the crater afterwards. So they're stuck in a world that one of their characters accidentally created, purposely created because they have a degenerative disease. It's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gotta start muddling through the intrigue of time shenanigans and what the gods actually mean. So that's what's happening over there. Great, that's me.
All right, thank you. And Gubby.
Hi. So, as a heads up to the stream, I didn't know Peach's dad was going to show up in this episode. I 100% had just assumed that Peach was just not going to see his dad. So the panic and delight was also for real. Where I was like, oh, geez, what would he do in this situation? What would he do?
I did
Yeah,
find
so
it comical. It's like, yeah, Peach's family got there, and then it's like, Bail's like, yeah, my parents wouldn't come by, and then all of a sudden, yeah, actually, your parents are right there.
It was the Peach hasn't seen his dad in what 3 days. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think I've seen my parents. And my parents are here, and I was immediately.
yeah, it's really fun leaning into the fact that yeah, he's emotionally 3 years old and you can see it. And I kind of liked that Basil in character did call it out that oh, the instant his dad was out of the picture, Peach was immediately looking for like a surrogate figure to replace that like space when he couldn't contact him again. So I was like, haha, you have picked up what I put down. I am pleased.
I was trying to to sow like the subtle alarm of we don't want Sword to be Peach's surrogate dad. We don't want that. I swear to God, we don't want that.
No.
Yeah, I think that given enough time, Peach would eventually get over the fact that Zord looks very plucked. But we should thank our lucky stars that Zord looks very plucked. Otherwise, things might have progressed along much faster than intended.
I need a way to figure out how to work in some information about like the other like um prestige party that was going on because I have like some
Yeah.
notes about all this stuff that's like happening at this other party. I'm like, how are they gonna find out any of this?
well,
Through the black stuff, obviously.
well, Zord did give Peach that special sending stone that neither of them have used. So
Mm-hmm.
there's an opening for you there, just in case you wanted direct contact. Um, I think it would be really funny if Peach's dad like visited him like under the guise of just like a regular fatherly visit, but then gives him information to like string him along into something ridiculously stupid. Um, anyway, just tossing you ideas.
Mm-hmm. All right, I very much enjoyed that. um, I kind of just like throwing out all of these like different people showing up and seeing how you would all react.
I did want to put you on the spot for Basil's parents so bad, and then I was like, no, I can't. I can't lean into temptation.
Yeah. So we will be back during ArvCon, assumedly. Um, but yeah, and then also the Wednesday after that, 2 weeks from that is our schedule for our D&D sessions, as far as we know. So hopefully, anyone who's watching, if you want to see some more, you can stop by during ArvCon. Although we will be on late, but hopefully you can stop by. And yeah, of course, since we do have ArvCon upcoming, this is Arvin Eleron's channel. And thanks to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of his stuff via the commands in the chat, like Tilted is just putting into the chat there right now. And that is it for us for tonight. We're gonna get going. Say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.